quite yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's a decent PC, and I plan on just upgrading this one in the future, and just rocking this for a bit because I like the case. Yeah, I just need better hardware and all that good stuff. But I mean, it's running everything I've put it through so far. I've had to
Yeah.
drop settings on a couple things, but other than that, it's okay.
That's honestly the way to do it. Like, I drop settings in most games. Just for better FPS performance.
Yeah.
Are
So
we?
I'm not quite down to cursed on this, but it's it's not the best settings.
Yeah.
Are we thinking to
I
scale
really-
to a new C?
No, I wouldn't think so. There's 3 emissaries and a vanilla fort. Like, that's enough action to...
What are their emissaries? I didn't look at the
Stuff
Athenas.
done.
Is it Athena guys?
1 Reaper, 1 Hunter Call, 1 Merchant.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't look at Hunters either.
Reaper has a Skull of the Banished on board.
It's a grade 5 Reaper as well.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You talk to us like we know what you're talking about.
Who, me?
I know.
It's called the Banish, yeah. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, there's
that
2.
means-
There's 2.
There's
There's
two.
That means
there's
nothing. to me.
two Reaper crews. Well, one's flying the Reaper flag, and one of them's doing Reaper quest.
What's the little mark on Marauder's Arch?
That's the Skull of the Banished, the new Reaper loot.
Ooh, fancy.
15,000, I think.
Okay.
15,000 gold.
Fucking crazy,
Sought
Where is
after.
it?
but not bad.
New to this
Marauder's
season.
Arch top right.
That's Smuggler's Bay. I don't know. Oh, that thing.
Look, viewer silence to sail to.
Dude,
Do
I
we have
love
a,
this
Do we have a mod lined up?
No, I was just gonna ask that. I don't.
Okay. I mean, we can always try Carl.
Carl's. We got,
Always try
Carl.
Carl.
We got hot sauce probably. I
Oh.
don't know.
Carl's busy playing repo. I bet I can get.
So basically, this is a solo,
Can I get a mod real quick?
just play testing almost, like fully running the game, but
Yeah, we're
join
running the
this
game,
Discord and
just-
assign the
there's
chat.
no-
You don't have to join the voice chat. You just have
No
to.
selling around.
friend the people in the
No
chat.
tavern brawl. None of that, unfortunately.
Okay.
But everything else
Okay.
is as follows. It's just like there's points.
Yeah.
Eyes trying to do work. Can't help but
It would
notice you
be
know there's shit.
appreciated if you
It's
don't
all
mind.
good though.
All right, my girlfriend's gonna do it first.
Go to that.
I'll teach my wife how.
Go to that. You gotta teach them how to play the game. Get them involved in the
I
games.
Oh,
hate
you.
this stupid AI.
If you think Tim and Red Dog need reps, she's gonna need a lot more than that.
Oh yeah, she's gonna need a year in.
We tried to play Halo the one time, and like she couldn't even figure out like how to use one thumbstick
It's-
and then the other one.
It's crazy. Yeah, sometimes watching some people play, I'm like, I don't know how you don't get that.
I got my wife to play
Crazy.
Untitled Goose Game, and that's about as
Oh,
far as I've gotten.
The Goose Game.
Hilarious. Well, let her know about the Spyrate Games. Put her up on the YouTube. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Some entertaining stuff, I swear.
It is.
Can't help but notice you haven't been leaving comments, but it's all good.
I'm
It's all
sorry, I
good.
haven't had much time for you people.
I don't even think I had views on my last channel. Last video.
I notice things. I can't help it. I'm a noticer.
Sam, I
Always
don't think you
observing.
and I have ever been on the same team. I think we played together twice, but you were on opposite teams.
Opposite
to me.
teams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
so
we
to
did.
keep this man on
think
is
we've played on the same team.
It's
Um,
nice getting
I
a
haven't played
little,
recently, so-
like change up. You know?
I know I
I
played
think
with
in
you.
one of our 8-mans. I think you were on the opposing team, and then you modded for a game that we played once.
Oh
That was
yeah, I
like
remember the mod.
games ago, like the full game. We had 9 people that game. So.
This Sith guy, he refuses to give me spy. He refuses. It's insane. Every time.
Hey, I told you
I'm
next
like,
time.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I just have been modding a bit.
I'm just saying. It's been like
Uh-huh.
30 times. 30 games, I swear.
I don't know about 30. That's a little.
Pretty
That's a
close.
little much.
Pretty close. Maybe 29 then.
What?
What are you about? What's going on? 150 ping, by the way. 152 ping, by the way.
Yeah, what's
One of
the-
these days, we got to let me on a West Coast server, for God's sakes.
You gotta be the first one on, not the last.
even if I am the first one on, we always seem to go to the central servers.
That's because you're always talking to your chat and doing all that kind of stuff, making
I'm
sure you
trying
got
to
the
do
perfect
things, you know?
thumbnail.
I gotta get the thumbnails. I gotta get the art. I gotta push out
Uh-huh.
all the stuff. You know, we're trying to do something here. We're creating things.
Just got to server hop a couple times. Find us a good server. We'll come to you.
I've tried. My servers are always garbage. And I also don't know what I'm looking for. J-Man has the advantage that he's just like, I know exactly what's on this.
How are you not super familiar with the general game?
Not at all.
Anything outside of Spyrate? Oh, okay.
Not at all.
He's
nothing.
pretty bad
I
at the
don't know.
game in general.
I'm actually goated first and foremost. When it comes to Spyrates, I'm a lord. Okay? If I wasn't playing on 153 ping, I'd probably be hitting multiple deck shots. I just want to point that out.
He's one of those guys that jumps off the boards but then never gets the ladder.
Yeah, I'm on 100 feet. Dang, I can't grab
Oh, that
anything.
sounds like a lame excuse right there.
The game will not allow me.
Oh, I'm getting pushed underneath the water.
Yes.
Now I'm drinking a
Oh.
grog. How did that
Because
happen?
I'm pinged.
I'm
pinged
lagging.
upon.
I'm lagging. I swear.
You guys don't understand.
I'm not spy. It's lag.
These fucking guys.
Oh yeah, too. We took so how we play the solos is we only the spy has nameplates on, and we
Oh, yeah,
turn
and
all our
everyone else.
nameplates off. So it gives it the spy a little bit of a wiggle room. But that being said, if you are the spy and you got the nameplates, throw it in there a little bit to make us like not catch your scent.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll hear us just by default. If you don't have it, it's very jarring.
Mhm.
So sometimes you're like fighting people,
Does that work?
and then I start swinging at snow because I don't know what the fuck's going on or who's what because there's no nameplates.
Yeah, but Goo, you do that with nameplates on
Like,
too.
name-
You just
It doesn't matter.
Nameplate's completely off. So
Yeah.
we're not even talking about crew status tags. We're just no
Yeah,
names.
crew status tags are
Nameplate.
off all the time, but yeah, this is
Gotcha.
completely
Okay.
off.
Wow.
We turn like the nameplates off, and
So
then
you can have
yeah, I
other
shouldn't
crew
give the-
nameplates on though. Those ones
Yeah.
can be on.
So you gotta fake it a little bit
Yeah,
sometimes.
100%.
Yeah, just because like if I notice, it's hard to like not notice when I hear some people and it sounds like really genuine. They're like, man, like it's so hard, or they're like, oh, I didn't realize that was you. Because sometimes you're just going up to a boat, like a rowboat, and then all of a sudden, fucking somebody's right beside you, and you don't even realize they're there. And like, where the fuck did you come from? Like, who is this? And if you never say anything like that, it becomes very obvious that you are the spy because you're not
Yeah.
feeling that. Because I would say just try it right now and get a sense of how jarring it is.
All right, gentlemen, my girlfriend has messaged the three of you, not with roles or anything, but just to make sure that it's working. Because she joined the Discord, but she didn't get a role assigned to her, so she can't type anywhere and she can't see voice channel.
Test.
Okay, yeah, I got a test.
Testing. I've sent back testing. Oh, I'm sending a Tim Robinson meme. Hold up.
Yeah, you do that.
G-Man's girlfriend sliding into all her DMs.
GIF.
I love that shit. Jimmy Robs is so good. So fucking
Okay,
good.
so just hide gamer tags
Okay.
from me.
So you know what?
That
you
is
know what
not
to do?
the right. That's not the right one.
No, it's
Okay. Yeah,
I
I'll
will
pull
find
up
it
the objectives.
eventually.
settings, HUD.
Show nameplates, but my crewmates got it.
1 through 31, and then I'll.
Yeah, make sure you can see though above other crews.
Yeah.
That one's on.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. It makes it so that like you can see people running around, but you can't see exactly where the spy is all the time. Because we really like I was kind of mentioning with
Just know who I'm looking at.
100%, like kind of what I was saying too. Like we want to get away from that whole like people do spy stuff the last 30 minutes and then no one does anything. Like they maybe do one set of lantern before, and it's just a
Yeah.
snooze fest
It's-
for.
Yeah, we're trying to really push just in general. Like it's tough and like we get it. Like sometimes you feel like you're really stuck, but we're trying to push more of like that like active spies. We played
sense.
just I don't know how many Spyrate games you've played, but sometimes
He's
I'm
played a
sure
good
you felt
amount.
Like
I've
I'm-
played
I'm-
quite a lot.
I'm sure you felt like some games is like nothing has happened, and you're like,
Yeah.
There's
Granted,
just like
9
no.
times out of 10, that's like new player and or
Yes.
mess up no actual spy. We've
Yes.
had a few of those in the past.
But like it's nice to have some activities. It doesn't mean like you gotta fucking be, you know, doing like a
No, I feel it.
100-point game.
Sometimes it's just I'm sitting up here at the bowsprit waiting for something to happen, and that's it. So
Yes. So it's like we're trying to push it just a little bit of activity, and then we're trying to make it so that like with the nameplates off and like with certain rules to help
the four of us
alleviate some stuff
will
on
message
ship
you
that can happen for our spawn.
once we understand
Right.
the fact that we are either the crew or the spy. All right, roles should have been assigned.
so no weapon constraints, I assume, since no other team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So good.
All right, I'm gonna go use the bathroom while I still have a chance.
Roll to that. Man, I really hope that we get an 8-manner at some point soon. Join the YouTube, subscribe, like the channel, watch all the Spyrate Games, share with your friends. I'm telling you, it is worth it. You'll love it. 10 out of 10, recommend. You'll say. That's not me saying it. That's you saying it when you watch. After you're done watching. But like, thank you, Goo. Thank you for giving me the most amazing experience to watch on my
I know,
Sundays,
well,
on my lazy Sundays.
We set it up and everything. They don't gotta do nothing. They just come in and play.
They just have to come in, show up, play. If you don't want to play, just come in, get your popcorn, get a little couple snacks, get comfy on the couch. It's easy. Yet here we are. No respect, you know? Whatever happened to it? And it's up. 20 points. I'm gonna make sure we're not starting with a bilge rat. Oh, nice. You spent the money. I appreciate that.
Yeah, money ain't no object.
Not in this game, that's for sure.
IRL too?
Man, I wish.
Imagine.
Oh man, if money was no
Well,
object, boys, oh my god,
I'll have returned.
I would have literally built the Spyrate Games in a game, and I'd be dealing currently with a lawsuit with Sea of Thieves from Rare because it'd be like looking the exact same.
So
All right,
speaking,
have roles been confirmed?
I have.
Let me see.
Have confirmed.
You guys seen my little blurb about the kegs, right?
Mhm.
Imagine if that was in the game. Like, would that be a good idea or what?
What's up?
Like with the kegs?
What about the kegs?
Well, do you understand like my little blurb I had?
Where's your blurb? Is it like in the
Scorecard discussion? Yeah.
All right, I'm pulling up a timer.
It was like, so basically if you had 0 kegs, you got half the amount of points, the point value. If you had 5 kegs, you got the point value. If you had 5 plus, you got 1.5, and then if you had 10 plus kegs, then you got 2 times the point value. So that you got rewarded for keeping kegs on your ship.
Percentages or amount of kegs you have.
Oh, interesting. So
If
it's
you
like,
could apply that like within coding, so that you didn't have to keep track of it, that'd be sweet.
yeah, that'd be cool. So it's like
I mean,
it's
it'd be like running an M3.
0,
that,
5.
that would be really hard. That would be really easy to do on Google Sheets
Yeah.
if we
It-
did do something like that.
It'd be pretty
Really
tough.
minimal.
How would it be easy though? Because like you'd have to know exactly when you had 10 kegs and like what scores you like. Let's say you sunk a skeleton ship
You're saying
at
during
50
a
minutes
time
in.
frame of having set amount of kegs, you get certain amount of points.
Oh, you're not saying
during
at the end of the
time
timer you tally up the kegs and then apply a multiplier based on the kegs
Oh,
and the crows?
Yeah,
You're
like
talking
a,
about
saying
a
it like
live count.
timer intervals.
Oh, that's wild.
That'd be
That'd
sweet.
be interesting.
It'd
So
be
like
cool.
if you had 10
That's
points and you're like mid
Yeah, it's
fight,
complex.
it would be super complex. But like imagine if you had like 15 kegs, you were mid fight
complex.
and your spy's like, hey, I can't let us have 60 points for killing these 2 ships. I'm bombing the crow's nest. And he has to go out at that point because he has to stop his crew from getting all those points.
Yeah.
It'd be
It's
just
interesting.
super complex plays. It's not gonna get done in this game, but
All right, we ready to go?
I'm ready.
am ready. Locked in. Locked.
All right, to
Ready.
the tavern.
Loaded. Oh yeah, to the
Take your
tavern.
zip.
Can we take the zip?
Well, not up, but when we are
That would
drunk.
have been so sick. Yeah, you can when you're drunk.
No zips. We have to
Alright.
all stumble off the cliff.
Oh, that's how you get off the ladder. Controls are something I am very slowly learning.
All right, everybody, turn off your nameplates.
Yes, sir.
Yup.
I guess
And then scuttle the ship. Send me 2 gifted subs, and then we'll get it going.
Whenever you get a chance.
If you get a 100-point spy game, I'll give you two gifted
Oh,
scubs.
100 point is literally unacceptable.
That's wild, yeah.
That is unacceptable. Okay, I'd rather have a 10-point spy game, but everyone was very confused. Than a 100.
That was
spy
me
game.
last game. I only got 27 points, I think.
Yeah,
you had
but we were
30,
in,
you had
we were,
30 some.
we were a wreck. We
Oh,
were
that
a
was,
wreck.
that was one of the most fun games.
I was so confused. And like we were just doing it to ourselves. All right, let us drink grog.
All right, I scuttled. Did we scuttle?
I scuttled.
Everybody vote?
Let me get my scuddies on. Vote to scuttle, not to new sea, just in case.
Correct.
Just in case. All right, guys, to another. Where is everybody in here? We scuddied?
Yup. we're
Sounds
here,
like it.
We're scuttled.
Perfect. All right. Welcome to another adventure of the Spyrate Games. These 3 scurvy dogs. Sam, it's good to have you in.
Thank you, thank you. Good to
My
be
man's got himself a PC. You better not be playing on controller. I'll know right away.
here. No, no, no.
I'll know right
Mouse and
away.
keyboard, mouse and
We'll be
keyboard.
checking your penmanship.
We'll be checking that
I
penmanship
can't,
when
I
you...
can't move this fast on. It's not that fast, but whatever.
All right, we're gonna start our times in 3, 2, 1. Start your timers. Hold on, you just took it. What's
My
going
bad,
on?
my bad, my bad.
Do you need to go through orientation again?
I'm good,
Just
I'm
by
All right,
installing
I'm
timer
good, I'm good.
started.
let's.
I'm pounding
3,
my grog.
2, 1. Drink. This fucking guy. He needs to go through orientation.
I'm thirsty, man.
I'm dumping my grog in the campfire.
Well, you know what we should do, really? We'll do that for next time. But because we're starting in the tavern, we should have to drink, fill up our grogs, and then we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Fill up our grogs, drink again.
Dude, yeah, get plastered.
Wait, super long black screens. Let's go. Console black screens are the worst.
Oh yeah.
You're on console?
No,
Yes,
no, no.
PC.
I'm saying I don't have to wait on black screen.
Oh, yeah. All
Can't
right,
help but
well,
notice, but all 3 guys ran past as bananas.
I am
Where are
sauced.
we?
I mean,
Like, I can't even walk.
even
This
know
guy
what
saying
island this is.
ran past something. I can't even move.
Yo,
And
deadass.
I'm
I
running
don't know what
past
island
things.
this is.
No way.
I black
J-Man
screen.
doesn't know?
What? I black screen to the island.
Dude, it's been long enough
What's
that
that?
I don't remember.
Trying to black screen to the
Island
ship?
super well.
Sound
Oh,
really
yeah.
disappointed.
That'd
Sound
be
very
sweet.
disappointed.
No.
Quick little ship check.
All right, I'm going ship.
I am trying to find any barrel that
It is
has...
the
I've been to this
Cannonball,
island.
yeah.
I forget what it is. Devil's
Oh.
something? Maybe this is Devil's Ridge?
Thieves Haven.
Thieves Haven?
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind, it's...
Thieves Haven. This is the weird side of Thieves
It's
Haven.
a nice island.
Dude, can my guy swim? Let's go.
All right.
There we go. Is everything on this island already looted? Who was here?
I'm gonna,
Who was here?
I'm gonna launch up to the top
I-
for some supplies.
I don't know.
if
There's a
that's-
pig here. If we get a pig crate, by the way, if we find a crate. I don't know how much time we want to waste on this godforsaken island. There's nothing here.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm going to launch towards the middle of the island.
There's
Well,
nothing here.
who went to the ship? Sith? Or
That's
Sam?
me, I missed my launch. I was
Very
heading up to
interesting.
the top.
Sam so far.
voting.
J-Man, have you been?
Nope. Climbing right now.
I am voting Sith right away.
Oh, we should
Okay.
put up our random voyage
Got
as well.
some cursed cannonballs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll come and do that. What the fuck? I just died from what?
You died.
From what?
You seriously died.
Interesting.
Yes. I don't even know what just killed me. What the
Interesting.
hell was that?
This man just loves to start the games in negative.
How did I, what did I just die to?
Nah, it's cool, bro. He's the spy. We get a point. Now keep doing it, Goose.
Let's go.
Keep dying.
Unbelievable.
Do it some more.
guys are fucking
These
clowns.
merfruit things.
I don't know what I died to. I
Yeah.
think I think there's a trap
just
on this
food.
island. I'm never going back up there.
What
I
level
don't
of fruit
trust
are
it.
they? How do they compare to like mega
pomegranate.
meat? Oh, that's
If you do eat them and you're like swimming or tucking, they don't spawn a mermaid.
Oh, mermaid,
Yeah,
but
but
you gotta cook them.
They're regular food, and then if you cook them, they become enchanted. They're not regular food anymore, but if you eat them,
clear this
it
area.
keeps mermaids from
This
spawning.
island is cheeks. I'm going to the ship. I am
And
triggered.
confirm you've cleared this area. But
But
I thought you spent the money to repair this. What's going on?
Well, we scuttled again.
Oh yeah. Okay. You're lucky. When you're right, you're right. You know. I'm ready to leave. I don't like this island at all.
yeah, it's just me and
Put the
Sith.
anchor up.
There's a fort literally right behind us. Way more supplies. Way better.
a valid point.
No traps. I'm not gonna die for some random traps.
You have to trap on the island.
I think so. I don't know what it was. I
It
just
must
I
be
got
only
cooked
traps
by
Sounds right.
something.
on this island. You have to
They
click
will,
the lever.
They'll one
There's
shot
no
you.
way. I'll bring you right to it, and then you'll die, and then we'll see what happens. Learn a valuable lesson.
There's
Did
the
you
ship.
set it up? You set the trap up? Put my eye on you. All right. Are we ready to get going?
Alright, Snow is still somewhere on the island, I believe.
No, I'm
I
on the
am here
ship now.
He's on the
Okay.
ship.
Well,
Interesting.
Should vote for that
I
quest,
won't
too.
move this direction.
Oh, roll to that.
Yeah.
All right, what is it?
Captain's
quest for
riddle?
Crooks Hollow. We gotta probably do that actually.
Oh yeah, Crook's Hollow's not too far. Oop, that's my bad. I clicked the lantern trying to open the.
Interesting.
Listen, this has been a problem
That's
for a
why-
long time. We know this.
That is why it's 2 lanterns.
That's why it's 2.
Uh-huh.
North?
Right, I'm transferring
indeed.
food.
North. Do we want to hit up that fort behind us first, or do we want to just go straight to this riddle quest?
Might as
Yeah.
well get some supplies on the way. Yeah.
We can go grab some TNT, get some supplies, get some nutrients, you know?
We can do the fort.
I'm down for that.
All right.
We're not doing the keg
yeah.
keg rule where you have to have kegs and crows before you get points, right?
We haven't fully
Mm,
established
that was
that, but I
I
think
don't
that's
think we have
something.
it fully established.
I think that's something we should
It'd be
look into
interesting to
doing.
have. Interesting to have.
Then
I don't
I'll
know.
I'll disclose that I put a pog in our crows. I mean, in our captains.
Honestly, like the way I think about it though, is
That's
like,
not technically
in the
points
water.
though, because you can get pogs, but they don't count as points until
They're
you
not
sell them.
confirmed.
In the water.
they're not confirmed until
You
the
just
end of
can't
the
go
game.
like hunting ships or skeleton ships or mags.
The
That's
thing-
why I think it would
the-
work.
The thing that I think is that, you know, our crew, like, yeah, maybe if we're getting 8-mans, it might be like a little bit more concerning. But like, I think overall the ship that we're running, we're gonna want to get kegs. Like, we're not gonna be people who are trying to get kegs last minute. We want kegs as soon as readily available. You know, we don't shy away from the kegs.
We don't, but
Got
like
Ash wins too.
I see what J-Man's saying, because like if you have someone who's like just looking at it mathematically, it might not be worth the trade-off. So I think
Well,
it's
yes,
something that
of
we
course.
could easily implement.
But that's why, like, getting 7 points for keg plays is actually massive.
Yeah.
Like, 14, you hit 2 kegs, bang, 14 points.
We
That's
slipped
pretty
to your
nice. But
left.
I don't hate the idea, but I do like.
What I like
I
about
think-
it
I
is
think our ship
if a
is pretty
spy
good for
either
it.
blows up all the kegs, that really hinders the crew, and
and potentially sinks, which is
Yeah.
great for the spy.
if you're doing keg plays, you can't do your last keg because you need that keg in the crow's nest to get the points.
To maintain points.
Yeah. But
It's
we'll
an interesting thing. Yeah.
we'll discuss that after.
We'll chalk it up.
It's game time.
It's true. Any
Get up.
ships on the horizon? I'm gonna check the map and see if there's any
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 winners?
reapers.
Reaper 5 was
Any
on
Reapers?
there earlier. I don't know if he's still there.
8 minutes in, I highly doubt our spy is so bold as to put
never
a
know.
meme. There is no reapers anywhere. That's dumb. That's
We had
dumb.
grade 5.
Every time like we
Cash
start,
was
we
dumb.
have something, and then they just leave every time.
There was supposedly a secondary Reapers on the map, right?
Yeah, they have the
Just-
Skull Vanish on board. Or,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Skull Vanish.
A vanish.
Interesting.
There's always something to just stop us from finding people. I see. Let's see what it is.
Solid shot from the.
All right.
Very interesting.
So we got an Ashen Winds to the northwest. There might be some peeps that direction. Later down the road, if we feel like heading that way.
Yeah, yeah. Do we need a little bit more wind here? Like, what's going on here?
That might be wise.
Oh, refill grogs.
Okay, man, went.
Yep, I'm on.
Mine's already full, thanks to me dying. So.
Oh, you
Oh
said
yeah, I
we
haven't
filled
done
up.
that yet. I gotta come
have
do that.
not.
Hang on.
I mean, you don't have to.
I mean, you
Actually,
should.
you should,
I think,
yeah.
I think you have to. Yeah. I don't
Just
want to
cooking
fail a
some
grog
food.
check just because I never.
It's a courtesy.
I have refilled.
Nice fort. How'd this fort get so much attention from Rare?
What, Grindstone? Oh, they love
Got
Grindstone.
kegs all over the place, so that's cool. I'm bringing one back to the ship right now. I'm taking it straight up.
Yes, that's where the forts really come up clutch. Mad kegs.
I could harpoon do.
There's only
Alright.
gonna be food here,
Just
boys.
so I don't do things on accident.
What do you mean
How
there's only
do
going to
you
be food here?
Like
keg?
there's not gonna be cannonballs or
Right
I
we
left
didn't-
click.
We didn't
Or
die
right click.
for this.
Left click with your sword.
It's definitely right click. Don't listen to this guy. He's trying to set you up.
Alright, one kegs and crows.
Heard that.
Roger that.
Alright, someone done forgot their meat.
Somebody's cooking?
Burning food, huh? Spy
Some
objective.
food.
No way.
Who was
No way,
cooking?
Jose.
I don't know.
Who was cooking?
A little snowman.
I don't know, man. Help, we're
Okay.
falling.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
hell yeah, I can do
Fallen
this.
and I can't get
Okay.
up.
Where is the... Oh, sick. Black screen. Top deck.
This guy's black screen how many times now?
Once? What do you mean?
Can't help but notice there's been a lot of black screens.
I don't know, man. Someone's parking job is...
I was
questionable.
legit a black screen. I sword lunged into a dock.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I'll be checking the tapes. I'll be checking the tapes. I'm bringing a kegger to the crows.
Dude, I love the music.
Oh yeah, this is the best song in the game. That us.
Alright, aiming is not my strong suit yet.
And coconuts?
It's possible. I hate to be that dude, but it's possible.
10 coconuts.
Just
Oh, okay.
for clarification, 10.55s have to be same barrel, right?
They could be
All of a
different.
sudden, it can be possible. Well, Master, I seem to remember a game where it was not possible. I seem to remember very clearly there was a game that was where it was not possible.
10.55s
That's all
can
good.
be split up.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You can. You don't have to put it all in one.
Just want to know what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Bingo.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look.
It is so disorienting not having names.
Isn't
on
it just super jarring? It's like
You just appear.
isn't that right, Snow? Isn't it jarring?
I couldn't tell. They're still all on
I'm
for
sure
me.
you can't
Oh.
tell. I'm sure
Why
you
is
can't
that?
tell.
Oh, we already got this open. Let's go.
What is it? Somebody
The-
uses the key thing?
Top area, yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, best change ever. The fact you can run with small items.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, it's huge. Actual, one of the greatest quality of life changes.
Oh, that's not a crate? Huh.
We don't. Do we still get points for this, or did we get rid of that? I can't remember.
We
No
got rid
points
of
for
that.
completion.
Just
We get points for
pogs.
the pogs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright, real
Perfect.
quick,
I love
I
that.
am going to briefly run to the bathroom yet again. Coffee goes straight through me. I'm be sitting in
Interesting.
the captain's chair.
Interesting.
Is it that kind of bathroom break?
He's got his own very own throne. You know.
Do we want to throw up a timer pause?
We can, yeah. I can't. I don't know how to time mine.
I
We can
can't. I
talk.
can't pause my timer, so I'll just say we just run it. He's just going to the washroom.
Unless you need more
Besides, we're not
time to do
really-
some spy stuff, J-Man. It's up to you.
That's true. I'll take it.
Yo, there is a skeleton ship rolling right up too.
Oh, very nice.
Unbelievable. There we go. Where's
You can
the skelly
harpoon
ship?
gun. That's nuts.
I'm back.
See, that was quick. Nice and easy.
It's almost ridiculous.
Keg right there. I suppose I can that, can I? What harpoon are you using? Oh, harpoon gun. I forgot that's the thing.
Yeah,
I grabbed
sure.
the keg, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you should be able to grab that, yeah?
Kegs going up to crows.
You could harpoon a keg off the crow's nest and do a keg play that way if you were the spy.
Really?
That'd be cool.
If you really want to,
Potentially.
yeah. Gotta get an
This
That'd be
angle.
dope.
on it.
galley right here.
Yeah, I called that when you're.
I feel like we should bop that. That's
Yeah, for
guaranteed.
sure.
That's
One-
guaranteed.
We'll get a storage crate out of it too.
Yeah, that's guaranteed.
Ooh,
All right, I'm throwing a firework crate off.
at least 4, 5 in a second. Ow.
Where's the skelly y'all talking about?
Am I building cannons from the island?
I'm gonna try to go for a kegger.
Okay.
It won't count as like a keg play on like a player ship, but fuck it, like. Yeah.
Oh, is that something we've also added? Is
Yeah, you get
Yeah, we're trying to
7 points.
that's cool.
incentivize keg usage
I got you. Makes sense.
and like incentivize our crew going up to the crow's nest more, so that like there's reasons to maybe do a flag change.
I got
And
you.
you-
Yeah, the skelly is aggro, by the way.
I know, but whoever
Okay.
did that cooked my fucking play.
I blame J-Man.
I blame you, Snow. I'm pretty sure that was you.
I know it was me. I did it. I didn't know you were going for a keg.
I'm
Where
triggered.
these ghosts at? Just use the island here, I guess.
Oh my gosh, can you stop turning to the left? Like, why are you doing this? Like, are you kidding me, bro?
Just for
Are you kidding me, man?
For you. Anything
And he still gets it. Even though they took the fucking hardest left I've ever seen. He still gets it done.
there you
Higher,
You get
higher,
me.
higher. There you go.
There you go. Hit those lowers.
Watch the keg. Look at that. I think we can all agree that I'm 100%
galley
exonerated.
That galley did like kickflip almost.
What? What's this galley doing?
I don't think you'd be able to get a grog off.
Oh my gosh, I'm being attacked by so many.
We've almost got him now. He's low. The second deck at least, right?
Yeah, they're
Ow! What?
They're
They
gonna
make
sink.
wheels down.
gonna sink because of me.
Uh-huh.
All because of me. So yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, I have fallen.
Alright. Well, chill, Skellies. Jeez. Jeez Louise.
Solid
What was
sword
that about? Alright, boys. We got it done. You're welcome.
Good shit.
Captain's wave.
Do we grog check him?
Yeah.
It's up to you. You want to check my grog?
Maybe a bucket. What do you boys think?
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever you guys want.
You didn't die?
No, I'm not dead yet. I don't know if you guys want to roll over and grab this subs or
You
what.
magically die, imagine.
We're finishing four. Like this is Captain Wave.
I might die if a shark comes here. You know what I mean? I can't help the sharks,
Solo galling this.
and I don't have any food left, so it's looking not good for our hero, which is me. I'm the hero.
Who decided you were the hero?
Me.
He did.
After everything I did.
Oh no, I'm
I'm
unstable
the hero,
connection.
100%.
I didn't agree to this.
All right.
All right, who's Buckethead?
That's me, J-Man.
Okay. Cool, cool.
There we go.
Just up here killing the boss and getting all the loot by myself. Can't help but notice.
Sweet.
Yeah, you're telling me,
Brother,
J-Man. You're
I'm
telling me.
right
You're preaching to the
behind
choir, brother, right now. Look at, I'm out here swimming a fucking a mile and a half here. getting
Oh,
all these
pish
supplies.
posh.
What side are we on?
Look who decided to roll up.
Who?
Side, I think. Yeah.
Whom?
Your Lord and Savior, Snowman.
Oh, that you? Oh man.
Be a deer and run those to the crow's nest. Or to the captain's
I-
quarter.
I'm putting the subs away, and then I will be doing all the other work. Oh, again, do you want? What do you wanting a check? Did you guys agree to a check?
I don't know. I think we would have sussed you out. You
I
would have
say no.
tossed. You would have tossed that
Said no.
bucket back.
I think you're okay.
I know
maybe
you
ish.
would have.
You'll never know. Not with that attitude.
He's trying to suss himself.
What do you mean?
Do we have one?
I'm trying to suss myself. I just sank that fucking galley by myself. That's Skelly Galley. Who just eat up 8 points? Go ahead.
I don't know. I
I'm
saw
waiting.
J-Man shooting a lot of shots from the top.
I did, man. I put holes.
He
You
put a
think
lot
that?
of holes.
You think those
Contributed.
skellies? You think those skellies weren't working overtime to try to cover up those holes? Is that what you're telling me?
Hey, no, I'm not disputing it.
Okay.
Did you not see the cake?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, you're
I did.
throwing.
Hey, there's something in the water. Gold pouch or something.
Yeah, it's just. I think it's an ammo pouch. No.
I feel like they should, not make ammo pouches drop from galley ships.
Why not?
I don't
It's
know.
because the skeletons die and they drop them on the top deck, and then the ship sinks,
Yeah.
they float.
Ship sinks.
Where do we put the
Alright.
ship, J-Man?
Portable cannons yet.
Huh?
Where do we put the ship?
East side.
Gold piles, the most important part. Let's go.
I'm already making more money. It's the only way I make money.
What's your gold counts?
Almost 5
What's your
mil?
gold count? Okay.
Yeah, I'm about the
77
same.
mil.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Oh,
guy's got.
okay. Well,
This
now
guy's an
I know
absolute.
it's good.
What do you have?
I have 5 mil.
This guy thought he was nice. 100%. Hey, he's gonna brag it up a little bit about the 5 mil. We're
I think most.
What's
I ever
that
had was,
sound?
It's the spinning barrels over there.
Oh.
It was just super buggy for some reason.
I don't know if they changed these or what, because they used to like have a specific point. They
oh
go
shit.
to
We're
the
allowed to
top.
have one storage crate, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we?
Taking this back. It's bugged. Oh my lord.
Oh yeah, that's another. Explain the storage
Okay,
crate
got it.
thing to him.
What?
I never did.
So storage crates, we can only have one on ship. You have to dump all the supplies into the into the barrels for them to count, and then you have to place the empty storage crate on the captain's quarters or whatever.
I mean, yeah, because they're pogs now, right?
We're not counting them as pogs. We're just kind of creating like a system where
People need to go in and out of the captains.
people need
a
to
little
go
more.
into the captains a little bit more.
And we don't have a million freaking storage crates.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
Well, it's looking
Alright,
pretty
don't-
good, guys.
Don't drop sails, boys. I'm grabbing supplies off the island.
It's looking pretty good.
hey, what's in the water there? Oh, that's a.
What's in the
Never
water?
mind. That's a firework crate. I dropped sails, but I'm
What?
rolling back up. What do you need from here? Do another
Grabbing
10.55?
subs.
Grabbing
He's
food.
He's getting subs
Oh,
with
with
our
the storage crate.
Firework crate off to our
with
left.
our storage crate that I expertly grabbed from sinking that skeleton ship. I'll have you know.
But Goo's gonna give us 8 points now, and then when he buys our trust,
Take them all away.
Maybe adequately sink it, but
Adequately. What do you mean?
expertly's a little stretch.
Expertly
You
was.
took a long time over there.
It's what me? I'm the only guy. You want me to like? Who do you think I am?
J-Man put in majority of the shots. Just gonna say.
You really did.
I caked it.
You did about 20% of the work.
like I hate to be that dude, but I'm with
100%
Goo
of
on
the
this one.
glory.
He did. He. If he was like,
Skelly
"Oh,
slipped
you guys,
on
I'm the spy. I didn't get to board," but he got on board and detonated the keg. I saw it happen.
Yeah, and not only did I get on board, but it was an insane board because that thing was turning like a fucking asshole for an hour. The amount of
skeleton ships do.
speed running I had to do. It was insane. We could get that skelly ship right
I'm
there.
also.
I
I'm
can tell you're a
crazy liar.
salesman.
Wait a minute.
I'm a
What do you
crazy
mean?
liar. There's cannonballs up here. So I'm grabbing.
Yeah, there was like 30 in that crate. I haven't seen a 10.55, but
One
I
of the
haven't
barrels
really,
was empty. The other one's.
really
Yeah.
looked that
Have
close.
you guys been
On the
keeping an eye out
Alright,
for some
coming
Type
back.
5?
I have not seen any. Skelly ship
Alright,
is
scoop me up.
on our right if we wish to take
Left
it out.
harpoon.
My bad.
Appreciate it.
I don't know.
Let's get the
control.
let's bop this skelly ship right now, right
Sink
quick.
there.
Easy sinks, guaranteed points. We got what, like 3 TNTs? I'm gonna go count real quick. I just want to see.
Oh, we got more than that, like 6 or 7.
6.
Yeah, we got a few.
Got that friend sale.
Spies might be sweating a little bit, huh? You sweating?
Yeah, just
Cool,
Who's
check your
sweating?
pits.
What do you mean, my pits?
You sweat?
Yeah,
We got 4.
he's
Alright.
nasty. Oh, almost broke your legs.
Sam,
I remember that being the
Sam's
secret
gotta-
survival objective.
Sam, you gotta learn how to count, okay, brother? There's 4 up there, and you, okay?
We need 5.
definitely feel like there was more than that.
It's
earlier.
called.
I can't
it's called
see.
being-
I
It's
can't
called being
see.
efficient. It's called being
Eyeballs,
efficient.
man.
It's called being efficient.
Some ugly
Wanna
mugs
sail,
in
girl?
my field of view.
What do you mean? I'm the most handsome man on the seas. Okay, there, Mr. No Shirt. Watch your mouth. This guy can't even afford a shirt.
No, it's just it's a fashion.
Shirts are worth 6 million gold, guys.
Can't even
Put
afford
some
a shirt.
respect on this man's wallet.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see who. We'll see. You know who has a shirt and who doesn't by the end of this.
Well, I'm guessing you have one and I don't.
Probably gonna be
That's
too
true.
far.
Cannon
Wow.
is quite different.
Excellent cannon work. If I do say so myself, I have not missed. By the way. Okay, that one I missed, but he did like a fucking 200-degree turn.
Count for it, man. Just aim better.
What do you mean, just aim better?
You heard me.
This guy gets a PC, and all of a sudden, huh? All of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of you know, Xbox skill level, I was in fact fairly decent.
Ah. Ah.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
just
There we
mid-rolls,
go.
I don't got any lowers for
I can't believe you guys haven't had the sunk yet.
It should be some.
It's sunk.
that.
Yeah, he's done.
It's
Sails
done.
up.
That felt slightly excessive.
Sometimes you gotta let the ships know how it is and who they're dealing
Yeah.
with.
How's
You
how
don't-
can we
Lowers were
spread
good, no
fear?
lowers.
You don't get most handsome man on the seas for nothing, you know?
I would like to see the official title card of this.
You changed those gloves today, man? You changed those gloves again?
Nah. nah, I was getting my sniper back out.
Gloves, eh?
No need for a harpoon gun anymore. What's going on up here, huh? Huh?
What is going on?
Let's retract this.
What do you mean? You don't want that up there?
Not standing up like that when it could blow up from one single shot.
How would it blow from one shot?
If it gets hit by a cannon, it gets pissed off and blows up.
Guys,
But if it's laying on the ground, it won't.
That's fine.
Oh, weird. I didn't know that.
Great box.
who's on this
New
cannon?
tech. Oh my god, there's a flare.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, look at that.
So we do have a spy.
Alright, I'm unloading it. And I'm putting it in a barrel.
I was wondering.
Confirmed, we got a spy. Let me guess.
Is there like a way to slowly, without going as slow as the mouse, use the harpoon and or cannons?
WASD.
Yeah, why is
It's
this?
just extremely fast.
You gotta change your sensitivity.
You'll get used to it.
True. You can change sensitivity in this game really finely. Like you can
Yeah.
change
Okay.
harpoon, cannon, I've reach,
Someone else
cutlass.
take this.
Server merge.
Oh, no.
All right, this could be a good thing.
Yeah, this is probably a
Lord.
good thing.
This could be a good thing.
Pause timers.
It's like,
Take this harpoon.
no way.
It shouldn't be that bad. It should just be maybe 20 seconds.
I hope we spawn and there's a galleon right on us right now.
That'd
Where
be
is it?
Phenomenal.
Yeah, we're already good.
Alright, someone else
Perfect.
take harpoon.
Where's
Alright,
that?
what's on the map? A whole lot of nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing.
What? What?
Pork cooking.
Okay, now making me puke. There we
If
go.
there was some harpoon sandbagging I've ever seen in my life, that was it.
Man, it would not give me that one, so I audibled it out. I said I'm not gonna grab it, and then I went back to it after. Okay, that is
Is that what
textbook
huh
right there.
means?
That's textbook. Okay, it's because it didn't grab it. It was right on it. I don't know what to tell you. Where's that blue sapphire?
The harpoons are ass
in there.
sometimes.
Especially after a server merge. That's insane.
We still have a tornado.
Yeah.
What color?
Nothing.
Any ship?
Generally head
There's
that
water
way.
down here, boys. There's water down here. There's water down here. Look at this. What's all this about?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Check, check, check. Are we underneath the cloud?
Water.
No, hell no.
One's pork is
Did-
done.
Who
We
just
didn't
went
take
off?
any,
Who went off the
um,
water ship? Who went off?
Cloud's not close enough.
No one's been off for a while.
Not since the fort. No, where'd you go?
Okay. Okay.
I'll put it out there. I was off on that fort the whole time.
Which means you could have got water.
The whole time.
Which
We
means you
do-
could have grabbed water.
All the
Do
way
we
to
do
the
this
top.
tornado?
Yeah, let's do
What's-
Ash and Win.
Yeah, might as well head
What
towards
is
it.
that?
See what else we can find. Oh, we've
Got your
also
favorite
got our,
pirate on board.
we've got our quest.
Accepting this most adventurous of
Fucking Briggsy.
Why?
expeditions.
Oh,
I'm
no.
search for
Yeah, we
specific-
could do Crook's Hollow if you wanted to.
That's why I
It'll
must
eliminate
yeah.
potential spy
embark
points.
on this voyage.
Yeah,
If we
yeah,
complete the voyage before
Oh,
the
straight
spy
ahead.
votes to cancel it, then they don't get the points.
Yes. I'm into that.
Visible to all the
I'm into that. Okay, we got water. We got a firework. Very interesting.
Water and a firework.
soon as you
Oh,
bring
some
the
10.55s too.
song to the destination I
Keep
give
that in
you,
mind.
I will make my
Well, what are we
presence
doing?
Probably some 10.55s for sure.
Crooks Hollow
I thought we were going to
and
Crooks.
or- Crooks Hollow straight ahead.
and good luck.
Yeah.
Just generally
Northeast.
towards the,
Assuming that's what's assuming that's what we're marked.
yeah.
Northeast.
Well, Crooks Hollow is our is the mark for the quest.
Okay, boys. What's going on with these sails?
Good
We're
question.
going, are we
Dead
going them
ahead,
to
dead
the
ahead.
left? Dead ahead?
I think
In
s-
wind?
Oh
dead
no,
ahead
I'm talking about our direction should be dead ahead, but
Okay.
sails
still doesn't
looks
work
like
anymore.
nearly all the way left.
Yeah, I'm putting it all the way to the left.
Who's burning the pork?
I'm not. I'm keeping an eye on it.
I think it's. Oh, it's. I thought it was snake.
It was. I took the cook snake off.
Okay.
Checking map.
Okay.
checking map.
Okay.
That is another phenomenal thing about mouse and keyboard is you can very quickly check the map.
It's true.
Not having to agonizingly.
No
just
Reaper
scroll
emissaries or
through.
anything, huh?
There's a whole lot of nothing.
Man, that's brutal. And a server merge.
I'm shooting off to this left island.
Go to that.
Where do you want?
Somebody can follow
On the
us,
island.
know to plunder if you want.
I'll go.
I'm with you. Right
You
behind
got it. Roll to that.
Who went?
me.
Sam.
I'll meet you on the beach.
All right, I'm to your right.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see those
I have
cannonballs.
no idea. But
Do what?
somebody's up to no good, that's for sure.
Let's see those cannonballs.
That is for sure.
Cannonballs?
Oh, you do have cannonballs. Do you have food?
I do have cannonballs. I did. I might have completely forgot to dump supplies, so this is not great for me.
You don't say.
How convenient.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you did fire off. I
I'll
didn't
just
give
keep
you
an eye
much.
on you, so-
I didn't give you much warning.
It's not damning evidence, but
Nah.
But it's
I'll
not-
just take a little. I'll put it on a sticky note and I'll get back to you later.
Uh-huh.
But it's not good. You know, it's
Yeah,
inefficient.
that's a fair point. Some more supplies would be nice. But, I'm just
Yeah, we want to hit these
follow him
maximized
around.
thresholds.
I'll be honest. I didn't fire off for the supplies as much as I fired off to look at the emissary tables, but I'll give
Oh,
you
yeah,
that
well.
one.
I'll check, what's her face? Nothing on order.
2
stars.
gold hoarders.
Ooh, okay, so it's not a dead server. No Athena.
I don't.
Oh,
it,
boy.
it shouldn't transport us to or server merge us to that server, but I want to see
No.
what we have.
And one merchant.
Okay, so 3 ships. The gold
Oh,
hoarders
yeah.
might be good.
So
I don't see any ships on the horizon right now.
I feel
the
like
worst.
someone's gonna be at the tornado, right?
It's
I don't
possible.
know.
It's a world event after all.
I've never seen anyone there. I also never went there.
I've seen you.
Excuse
good.
me.
One day you'll be good like me.
Okay, one day you'll be on 150 ping, okay?
Okay, that's. You know what? Actually, that's fair.
One of these days. And we'll see.
Oh man.
Alright, I'm ready whenever you are.
Fucking nice.
Take your time, sir.
Oh, I want to see some player ships. You guys coming back?
Charters.
Yeah, why can't I pick up these? Oh, I have fire bombs.
Yeah, how convenient. Why can't you?
There's a merm over here.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to piggyback him too much. I don't want to
No, you're good.
police the
I
players.
was waiting.
Let the
You're good.
spy breathe, you know?
I'm just chilling.
You got
I mean, right
56
now we
minutes
don't
left.
have enough to. We don't have enough suspects right now.
I don't know. I should have bucket checked you. That's all I got to think.
I mean, you could have, but you were denied and supplied.
There's a bunch of, yeah, skeleton.
Skeleton.
It's just,
It's a skelly sloop.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What are we doing? What are you doing?
Sails up.
Hold on. Do we want to check one of these guys?
you can. I don't know why.
What do you mean you don't know why? You guys
Sails
were
up,
off the
sails
ship.
Up, sails up.
There was water on our ship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wouldn't
So
do
why
a grog
wouldn't we wanna
check.
check these guys?
Wouldn't
That was
do
a
grog
while
check.
ago, but
Yeah, but I'm saying you guys were just currently off the ship. Why wouldn't we want to do a ship check
Ah.
or a check on these guys?
Well,
you
pick
were
someone.
welcome to. No one's stopping you.
I want to check. I want to check Sam.
Okay,
check
well
his
now
bucket.
I've got water in my bucket. So
Oh my lord. Well, you should have waited.
I heard someone scoop water.
water in the bottom. What do you mean?
There's more water on the bottom. Oh, I guess
He should have got it all. He
Yeah,
should have
we
got
took-
it all.
We took all.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this the island of?
Yeah, this is our quest island.
A riddle, yeah. Yeah.
that?
Painted
A
fire
riddle?
in the cavern, high cavern, no light from the moon. I'm gonna guess right up there. I am short. Sort of. Oh, you see
Okay.
me up here?
How do we do this quest?
Solve the riddle.
We should let Goo do it. We'll be here for the next 50 minutes.
I don't even know how to find it.
Press Q, press space.
Mind you, you might be good at riddles. I don't know.
There's a little map riddle thing.
Crook's Hollow. You may be bound in search of fortune in the ground. We gotta find something in the ground.
At the
We
painted
are-
fire
okay,
in the high
what's the next
cavern,
thing?
no light from the moon. Here you need to play
From
it.
the moon. Here you need to play a tune. We gotta play a tune somewhere where there's a cavern with no light.
High cavern, no light, painted fire, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
I
where's
got
that?
it. I think I got it.
Okay, next one. Next one.
Did I get it?
The
Nice one.
lower caves at the moment fighting. Some
Are you playing music?
At the painted fire in the cavern, no light from the moon. Here you need to play a tune. Yeah, I'm at a fire.
There's a
There you
cave at
go.
the top of the
I
island.
got it.
If you're... Good shit.
All right. The endless lizard painting. There's a painting of a lizard, guys. In the walls of the stone.
One.
If you read this, map clue may be shown. So go ahead and read that.
So there's a cave painting somewhere
yeah,
of
Of a
of,
lizard.
a
Where?
snake eating its own tail. That's what that is.
There's a snake in here.
Dormander,
See you later.
whatever it is.
Are you still on the
Should
ship,
be
J-Man?
I am, yeah. Cooking meat. Did a ship check. Everything's cool.
Somewhere.
I'm gonna grab a couple
My-
pogs on the beach while you
my
guys handle
riddle
that.
knowledge is lacking now.
Oh, okay. Where's these paintings? Is it in the cave system?
Yeah, there's
Could be,
slots in the cave.
Somewhere in the cave.
It could be out on the beach on a rock or something too. Oh, there's a. I'm gonna grab this rowboat, boys.
let's
Oh, hell
go.
yeah.
My knowledge.
Just so
Is
Goo
the
could drop it
rowboat?
later?
I see it. This guy,
Yeah.
what evidence do you have against me right now? Okay, if anything, you're the most sus. Did you sink a skelly galleon? I don't think so.
I mean, J-Man did. All by
Well,
himself.
now your defensiveness makes me
Oh
think
my
that it's you.
Yeah, y'all putting words in my mouth.
The besmirchment right now is crazy.
I'm
I'll
just-
remember that.
I'm
I'll
climbing
remember
the
this.
right ladder right
Anybody find the snakes?
I don't remember riddles anymore.
All I know is
I'm waiting for
J-Man's.
it.
J-Man's my number one right now.
What the hell? Why?
No,
do you
you're my number one guy. You're not my number one suspect.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
You think
Alright.
he's your right hand man? That's crazy.
All right, I withdraw my what the hell.
That is crazy.
I don't like
I
that
got
I'm
storage
this
credit
far
here on
from
the
the
beach.
I don't mean to be a hot sauce, but I think I got my 100%.
boat.
You got nothing. You
Oh,
got
I
no-
saw a guy. He looked at me.
I
funny,
found
100%,
it.
that's
I
why.
found the
Hey.
lizards. There's two lizards
I'm
here.
looking for a snake, not a lizard.
Is it? I
Uh,
thought it was
read-
lizards.
Read the
no, you're
li-
right. You're
uh,
right. You're right. It is.
Bring out
lizards.
the map.
Interesting.
Or
My
bring
bad,
out
my
the
bad, my
clues.
bad.
And
I'm bringing
Interesting.
the egg back to the
Looking
ship.
for a snake. Unbelievable.
Someone said snake.
sink the cavern camp's forgotten prisoner.
What, didn't have room for those 2 traps?
I don't pick up traps. They don't count for anything. Okay.
That's true. You do hate
Traps.
traps.
Got you there.
I hate traps. They always sewer me.
Hey man, you still in here?
Did we get it
Cavern
all?
ca- I'm in the caverns. I'm looking for the
Oh,
last
Forgotten
quest.
prisoner where it's dark. Step 6
It's
best.
some sort of guy. We got to rebury him or bury him even deeper or something like that.
Is
I
there
don't
a
know.
is there a campfire somewhere that is
Over
underground?
here.
Yeah,
Forgotten
in the main
prisoner.
cavern
Northeast.
area.
It's got to be this dude, right? Like he's all tied
That's
up.
leg.
Yeah.
Interesting.
6 paces northeast.
J-Man, you burned some chicken.
Oh, I did put chicken on the stove. Hold on.
That is burnt to a crisp.
I think I got
Crowns
myself
of
a nice-
Hope. Or no,
I got
actually, we
myself
did
a nice
this
50.
one.
Oh,
50 for-
J-Man, you always do sus stuff. And then it makes me think it's
not
you.
points. I just forgot about chicken.
But if you start a
Pause.
fire, that's points.
Certified, yeah.
It takes so long for food to start a fire.
I don't care. You could still just like... Oh, you always do this to me.
If I was on the boat that long, do you think I would have just splashed a fireball bottom deck and ran away?
You could have, yeah. That would have made more sense, but... I don't
But it
know.
would have been more obvious. It
Yeah,
would've
it would've been more
We got,
obvious.
we got stuff or what's?
Then we would have checked you for 5 fire bombs, and then you would have like been
I
caught.
don't even have fire bombs in my inventory.
Well, that's why you did the
I don't
food
need them
strat.
'cause I ain't trying to set our boat on fire.
How convenient.
All right, now I'm back on goo.
I hear a lot of what ifs and not a lot of
Not a lot of hard evidence
cold,
right
cold
now.
hard
for sure.
facts.
Not a lot of hard evidence right now.
The fact is, I forgot some chicken. The fact is, this spy got no points from that. I'm bringing a rowboat.
What the heck was that
This
for?
pog's on the beach.
We need to put down another quest.
Hey, jumping for this. We got a harpoon.
Because I can. Because I'm an efficient pirate. Okay? Mr. Jumps off to islands with 10 cannons on him. Okay?
Do we have to empty storage chests, treasure chests, whatever they're called now?
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, you don't have to. If they get dropped, they count as
Oh,
one
we got a
pog.
10-5-5 in here. 100%.
Where?
100%.
Where are
you know
you?
where me and you were, Snow?
In the cave?
Where you
Yeah,
at?
come here. Come here.
I'm on the ship. Give me a second.
Well, sword lunge.
Oh, making the
You know
meat
the
look
tech-
pretty good.
I was in the
Everyone
crow's
over
nest.
there.
I didn't want a sword ledge up there.
coming?
Ah,
It's a cave.
Look at this.
What you got?
And he... No, not this one. This one. Go ahead and look in there. A pineapple. 5 of them. 10?
I
and then
would
5
indeed
wood?
say that's a
why don't you
10-5.
why don't you
Knowing
pick
me,
that
I-
pick that up, goo?
Pick what up? This?
All that up.
Huh?
I mean, that fits. That awfully fits.
You know, you fit a lot in those pockets just then.
Yeah, I went back to the ship. I dumped my
didn't take it back to
supplies.
the ship.
You saw me sword lunge off the front, and you were getting mad that I sword lunged off the front.
Oh, valid point. You did go back to the ship. My bad. I
Unbelievable.
got short-term memory loss.
Fuck, I followed J-Man, didn't I?
No, you were following me. I swear.
No, I was following J-Man back to ship.
I was on the boat by myself a long time, and when I
There-
did go off the boat, I did not go in those caves until I was with.
Snow,
Sam.
there was a point where we were
Snow.
in that exact cave layout, right? You and me.
Yeah.
And then you were like, you were asking him about the fact that I didn't grab those traps,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I said, I hate those traps. And then we checked all those barrels, and now there's 5 pineapples in there all of a sudden.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to think who I was with because I did follow J-Man. I lost
That was
you.
me.
Yeah, I know he was with you, but I didn't stay with you because when you went and looked for the guy, the prisoner, you went into the cave system more inland, and J-Man and I went and did the treasure. We dug it up. Speaking of which, we got to do a voyage.
I
We'd-
put one on the table.
What do we got?
I wasn't unsure of the rules on that.
Yeah, I think we just keep resetting it. It's
Merchant
just
quest.
like
Oh shit, that's
they
kinda
don't get
gas,
to-
actually.
I think if the spy shuts it down, we can't just keep farming these quests, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Ah, okay.
Well,
If
one
he
vote
throws-
doesn't put it down.
Well, no, but like if you throw a dagger on there, then you know that quest has been. It's like
Oh, you
It should
can't throw
kill
one
the-
more, yeah.
you can't kill it at that point. Like he's shut down that quest effectively by doing that. Therein by effectively shutting down all future quests. All I'm saying is that there
I
was a
don't like that. We can talk about it
10-5-5.
after the game.
Mhm.
All I'm saying is
Those
there
are
was a
hands
10-5-5
for 10-5-5.
down there. Or yeah, I guess if you guys want, we could have it where it's just like if that's there, we have to kill that quest and then we can restart a new quest. I think that could be better.
That sounds good. That'll keep up the possibility to catch them, you know.
And it allows the spy to continuously get a point within certain
Yeah.
things.
J-Man, how
So I
did
think
did
that
we
would be
get to the ship
interesting.
together?
Chicken
Maybe not quite, but the reason why we didn't is because you went to the ship and I went right to the rowboat.
What do we have? We have 45 minutes, boys.
No, you did the robo before we did the treasure.
No, I talked about it before, but someone kicked it out in the water.
I
and then,
kicked it out.
The last thing I did was bring the rowboat.
My lord.
waves are high.
We're headed right.
And
into
you
the
carried
fog
the
as
chest,
well.
right? I didn't carry the chest.
I carried the chest and put it in the loot pile, and then went and got the rowboat.
Okay, so I think I
It should have
exonerate
gold
you.
hoarder trinkets in it.
You think you've exonerated J-Man?
Yeah.
This is good. I'm glad. I'm glad to
Interesting.
hear it. Snow, I'm glad to hear it.
Well, oh, because when he came into the cave, I can't clear him on that because I wasn't with him when he came into the cave.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't second guess themselves so many times.
It's the Spyrate Games, man. You fucking do it all the time.
Well, it's hard because it's like it's hard to place people.
Yeah, somebody jump on helm. You're gonna go right past this event. If we're not careful.
It's hard to place people. People are always moving.
All right, I'm gonna do it again. I got pee.
I don't know. I don't have any concrete evidence. I got like a. Want to say like
I
a
hear cannon fire.
40% and a 40% and then a 20%. You know what I mean? You hear cannons.
Yeah, people
Oh.
are over there.
Sloop. Emissary
Okay,
sloop.
okay. Let's get mid sail up.
Somebody grab the and then somebody grab the wheel. I got to supply up.
You know what?
Okay.
Thank God, boys, that I saved those fucking pineapples, by the way. Holy shit. We would be
Alright,
down
front
5
sail
pineapples.
up. Front sail up.
Roger that. 5 pineapples. You know what? To quote a certain man, Machiavelli, why on earth would I point those out?
Sorry, I'm back.
Why on earth? Makes no sense.
Yeah, that's a thing, but like,
Is there 2 ships here?
No, they're shooting cannonballs at
Oh.
the boss, I assume.
Sick.
No, but like there's a sloop.
I might fly
north,
over.
far north.
I might fly over to.
I want to do it too.
You wanna go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You got your angle?
How is this boss? Like, do you think they'd be distracted enough to get a keg play?
If we're quiet, yeah. I don't
Maybe
know
not
they-
if you're shooting yourself over to the island though.
Yeah.
Then let's wait. I say let we go for a kegger.
Okay, I'm going up.
Okay.
I trust myself the most.
I need at least one of you on the boat with me though
Okay.
to navigate these rocks.
I can be with J-Man.
Okay, I'm gonna join.
Is the boss on the island?
Yeah.
Is Murfruit cooked
He's
at
over there
all?
He's
Any
gonna
of
be
them?
like on
Oh, we
the
didn't
shore
cook
that
any.
they're on.
That's all good. Why would we cook that? You know.
I don't think I don't think we're far enough away that you would get a mermaid anyway.
Just don't know.
Oh, they're on fire.
No, are you up top right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's grabbing a keg.
the water's
this gonna
boiling.
burn me if I
Yeah,
go
the
in
water's
there?
boiling, right?
A little bit, yeah. But it's not gonna detonate the keg though.
It's just a little spicy.
I'm gonna wait. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to hit up the island.
You behind me, Goo?
I'm in front of you, I think.
Yeah,
Okay, wait for me then.
Yeah.
This will be the
I'm on
only
the
way.
island right
This
now.
will be the only way you can exonerate yourself from me.
I think you might have to go. Goo, you gotta go. We have to
gotta wait.
meaningfully contribute to this
Ah.
world event to get credit for it.
okay, I'm
Yes,
coming up,
100%.
You have to get on
We're
that.
gonna
We
sneak
have to
these
get the
guys.
sloop. You get on the ship.
Oh, we don't get points for the Ashen Winds.
No.
That's okay.
We didn't.
Where are
get
you?
the-
Are you still in the
Fire
crows?
right
Where
now.
are you?
No, no,
Where
no.
are
I'm
you?
on the island. I'm swimming to
shots
their
on the
ship.
sloop.
I have clear shots on the sloop.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
I need them distracted so I
gonna-
can get the ladder.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit up. I'm gonna push first. No, I'll be your
Wow, I
man.
suck.
They're open miking.
They're aware. They're aware.
I would hope so.
Get us out of here.
They should be chopped. Yeah, they're chopped.
Someone's already here.
Nice.
Hitting egg for you, Snow. Hitting egg.
Come on.
He's on. Is that
He's
what he
on.
does?
Stop with the cannons. Stop with the cannons.
Keg middle. Probably dead.
Baby.
I love watching them just bounce out of the water.
Killed him.
Great.
That should be it. GG sunk. Let's go.
Check us on the
boys.
Spyrate Games, boys.
Check.
Check the Reddit.
There, we
We'll
go.
see how
There
that
it is.
Spider game.
Okay. Snow's 100% exonerated now. Okay. He's 100% exonerated.
Hopefully they can figure that out.
Ship check. We're
go,
looking good on
dude.
the ship.
They got a lot of pogs here for us too.
They do.
And yo, there's another sloop. By the way, there's another sloop like north.
Is that you
Uh,
shooting?
Yeah. There's a skelly with
Oh.
a kegger, so we can replace the keg we just lost.
Cool.
It's probably a bone and blade skelly then.
You need.
Oh, I guess it doesn't have to be.
If you can make your way in here,
I'm gonna let the wheel just do it.
there's
rather
a there's a bunch of loot at the front of this island, boys.
Yeah,
Boys,
than... We're on our way.
I'm dialing.
Pile it
Snow,
we're kind of covered in fog here.
Snow. You know what I mean? I think you're my right hand man. You know what I mean?
All right.
No?
I don't know what you want me to
We're
say.
caught on the sandbar. I'm just getting us off the
What do you
sandbar.
mean? Like, what more do you want from me?
You know what I feel like? You're just trying to wine and dine me right now. You're just slathering me up.
Oh my god.
I'm just a piece of meat for you.
Just butter milk.
I'm trying to be crew with you.
Oh,
Where's
my
the
bad.
trust?
You know, you boys over there in the shipwreck, you keep yourselves accountable because we're in the fog over here.
Oh my god.
I gotta
Keep
learn how to use
yoinking me. There's a pig here.
We do have a mermaid still in the water. I don't know if it's one of y'all's or
More-
if
there's
that's,
more stuff over here.
Airs. We're about to hit a sandbar
There's
again.
ashen keys,
Yeah, we're okay with that. We won't
goblets,
take any damage.
fire. There's a chest of rage. I don't know if we want that.
Yeah, that's
Not
from the boss.
really. I'd rather not have a chest of rage.
I kind of would rather as well.
Really hate
Especially not on a galleon, because we have to keep it in captain's quarters. So
Okay, I'm ready to head out.
I think we got everything.
Do we want to swap out rowboats?
We could.
it's a cannon robo, right?
This one's a
I think
harpoon
this
one.
one's a harpoon rowboat. I don't know which one's better.
I guess it doesn't really matter. Do you have? Is there good supplies in it? Like,
No,
I think so.
but it's got all the
No?
pogs on it, so just for fast.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Wait,
All right.
I'm exonerated, right? I can dump the rowboat.
I don't know.
You
I
know
wouldn't
what?
say so.
Hey, then stop that harpoon, because I don't want. Then
I'll
trash
say
that,
I'll say J-Man. If Snow, if you think J-Man's on the level, I'll allow it. But he doesn't
I'm
get more
vetoing
than
it.
one. You're vetoing a change? Roll to that. Roll to that.
Alright, did you get all the loot from this bad boy?
I got my 80%. I'll say that much.
Dude, this guy.
I don't.
You're thinking
I got
it's
nothing.
me? Lose my mind.
I
I will lose my fucking
I
mind if
would
you think.
love to go light it on the fire with that skull.
I got my 80%.
What are we talking about?
Oh, this guy, you're throwing.
Combination.
This is typical Snow. Classic, really. All right, let's go find that other sloop that was chilling. That nobody else noticed
Where-
except for
where
me.
was-
You know
I
what
know.
I mean?
I
How
noticed it.
convenient.
I noticed it.
Now you did.
Man,
It's sitting at the
you're a fan of
outpost.
pointing out all the good things you're doing, huh?
Gotta focus one thing at a time.
Yeah, but no, Goo's taking credit for everything that's happened in the
Really
entire
is.
Spyro game.
I'm literally D'ing up so much right now. It's insane. Name one thing that hasn't happened because of me. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Galley
wait.
earlier.
Us getting from anywhere to anywhere. Point A to point B.
Interesting. Interesting.
This
Can't
is-
hear anything.
I can't dispute him.
I'm actually
He's putting in
dialed
work.
up. Putting in crewly work. Thank you very much.
Truly working.
I'm going to shoot out of this cannon
It's a great new term.
and go and see if I see that sloopage anywhere.
Anyone going with it, or is he just okay?
Yeah, that in the fog, that's crazy. Get your ass back here.
Yeah.
I can't
don't
see
know
anything. I
about-
was above the fog.
Uh huh.
Did you see anything?
No, there's nothing. I don't see any sloop anymore.
Are you murmuring?
So what you're saying is that launch.
I'm trying to. Well, I'm saying that I'm trying to look for some stuff while we're just sitting.
I'm in a hard
around.
right
Is that a
turn.
pro- Is that a problem?
By the way,
I'm
someone.
murming right now. I'm murming back right now.
Respawning.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm at the bottom of the ship, very bottom. Go ahead. Come and take a look. Go ahead. Where are you at? How long does it take to get to the bottom of the ship?
Brother. Right behind you, man.
Huh?
You're good. You're
I
good.
was right behind you, but okay.
What do you mean you're right behind me?
I was
When?
past tense.
Yo,
Literally 2
that sloop's
seconds
moving.
ago. I just
There's no
wanted-
way you were right behind me. I never saw you run in front of me. Where were you?
Wait, that's because I was behind you.
But
What do
then
you mean?
you weren't behind me. When did you leave?
Goo, he was. Not in the way that you
insanity.
think, but he was.
This is insanity.
Where the hell are we pointing? I don't know where
I don't
the
know, we're
exit
just
is.
spinning
We're
around
pointing
while you
towards
guys
the
are
island
pointing.
currently.
Y'all are like
Where's the
Spider-Man
sloop?
pointing at each other.
Where's the sloop? Which direction?
I don't know where
It
the
wa- it
sloop
was
is anymore.
It was northeast. when
north.
Goo
It was
called
at
us.
Daggers. It was at Daggers.
It was a
I'll
long time ago.
go
Yeah,
directly behind
they're
you,
probably
right?
probably gone. How convenient. They're probably gone.
Oh, that's cool.
Sam's my #1 suspect right now. I'm behind you. You're not fucking behind me at all.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit! Cook this shit up.
Unreal.
I was never there.
Yeah,
Who's
you're right. You
responsible
were
for
never
bringing
there.
this. Who's responsible for bringing this lava devilfish on the boat?
What is that?
Lava devilfish.
Oh, maybe it was in our
Drill
storage
lava.
crate.
Oh, that was in the sloop that we sunk.
Okay.
Alright. We shouldn't have any rocks. Hello?
You wanna know how I know that? Because I was grabbing supplies. Because I was grabbing
Let's go
supplies.
forward.
What were you doing? Where were you?
That would be island.
We got a nice keg playoff, though. You know. That was
Did
nice.
we did?
We did indeed.
That's what? Skelly galley, Skelly sloop, player sloop, 2 keg plays.
2? I think 1 keg play. Do we count
One
keg
on
plays?
the, one on the Skelly and one on the.
No, we don't
player
count
sloop.
those. They don't count.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we count them for that. Just
For
'cause
what?
They're little.
They're
on
too.
the
They're
Skelly
too
Galley.
easy.
They're too simple.
Against people,
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
'Cause
PvP
that's the
only.
thing that we
Okay.
can actually
Yeah,
party.
So I would say we have 1. It was just an easy way for me to sink that thing. The way it is. As much as I would love to give myself points for that.
Storm on our front right,
As much
unfortunately.
as I would love to give myself points for that.
We got a world event up yet?
Yo, did anybody else hop onto the island
Onto
when we were in
shipwreck?
there?
I never
You
even left the
took
boat.
it, right?
Okay.
It's me
Oh
and
yeah, it's
Damon
Vanilla
on the
Fort right behind us, or not right behind us, but behind us.
Okay, so unless it's
Directly behind
snow, I'm fairly confident that there was no supply dumps. There's a vanilla skull fort.
I'm turning.
Okay. We have 33 minutes, boys.
Built up.
Out of the boat and a hard left. Right.
I was
Hard
about
left,
to say,
right.
you know your left and right?
A hard left, right.
Hard right.
Did I just hear that right? Can I get a hard left, right, please?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Because I'm actually confused now. Which side do you want this?
We lost the
the right.
sloop, so we're going Skelly Fort, or are we looking for other boats?
Where are you
Yeah,
going?
going skeleton.
I don't
No
know.
comms
I'm going with him.
whatsoever.
Yeah, follow him, follow him.
Are you going?
This
Okay,
guy.
he's going. No comms.
No cons.
I know I'm exonerated.
I don't know if you're 100% fucking exonerated. You're
Not
getting
make
pretty
sure.
clear.
It's burning fish now.
No,
But
my lava
100%?
devilfish.
You gotta
But
just stop using the
100%?
stove,
We
bro.
have one
Wait,
merchant,
it was
one.
trophy though. It shouldn't have burned that fast.
Nah, it just cooked.
Do you have empty pockets?
Okay, back.
Are we going to this fort? Is that what we're doing right
no,
now?
I'm empty on specials,
going
but
for it.
not on regular shit.
And they're grabbing
Like
boxes
I
now.
could grab those chains
I'll
and
put
the
up
fire
supplies.
bombs I found, but
Okay.
That makes sense, but
I got my suspicion.
Man, all you guys have freaking
Spotted. Yep,
supplies on
sloop
you all the
over
time.
to Our the sloop is over to our northeast, and they have an emissary flag.
Oh shit.
Northeast, yeah,
Should we
go
go to
ahead.
that? Do we want to go to that sloop? Yeah, yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do some
I'm
action.
merming back.
We have a gold.
Hard left.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it, brother.
He is indeed on it. Where'd they go? They're over there between those. They're behind that. The rocks over there. I don't know if you see that. Try to lose sight. Alright, I'm gonna drop your mid by half. Gives a little more speed.
Are we trying to finesse? We're gonna have to finesse through these rocks, I guess.
Yeah, go through, go through.
I'm gonna have to finesse. I'm gonna have to really hit my stride on
You have
this.
to, you know, polish up those sailing skills.
I'm gonna need you to maybe hit a harpoonage. Get us on a nice
You could
left
take
edge.
a little more left. A little more left.
All right, boys, where they at?
I can
Is that
harpoon.
them right in front of us? I see them. Wait, don't even harpoon us. Should be alright. You see them right there? They're dead
Yeah,
ahead.
That's them. Alright, I'm gonna drop your sails full. You
Ooh,
should
did I-
be a little more left and you're clear.
I think that should be good.
I spawned top deck, and I'm going down
Let me see.
bottom
Let
deck.
me see. Where is he? Don't move. Don't you fucking
went
move
down, he
anywhere.
went
Where are you?
Already went down. I'm in the stairs to the bottom deck.
Okay.
Take us a little more right.
And yo, do we want to hit up? We gotta hit it. We gotta start utilizing some checks here.
Okay.
I was gonna check.
Back away.
I was gonna check J-Man, but there's no water in the bottom. And I don't think he'd hold on to a bucket that bad.
Aim off to our right.
You want to check J-Man? I thought he was your exonerated
Yeah,
man. I thought he was your exonerated man. What happened to that?
You can never be 100%. The thing I could exonerate him for coming out of the cave, but I can't exonerate him for going in.
Going back in, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel with you. You and me were in that
Understandable.
thing. You know what I'm saying? And then I
Definitely.
lost sight of you in that cave.
But we were picking up supplies in that cave though. That's the difference.
Yes, that's the
There's an
thing.
island
And
in
we
the hill.
can't get points.
What do you mean we can't get points? What are
Well,
you
we
saying?
can't get points by going and picking up supplies and then dropping them off.
Wait.
Yes, exactly. So, I don't know. I got a bit of a to me right now. I got a bit of a 50-50 between. Well, probably I would say it's 40-40, and then a 10% are just for you, Snow. Just a little 10%.
I got
like a
Sails up to our
60-20-20.
right a little bit, you see 'em?
A 60-20-20.
Yeah.
I got an 80-10-10.
I can't see this at all, by the way. Like,
Yeah,
this is-
that's what I was about to say. Do you need some help with the eyesight there?
Yes, I
I know you guys
They're
sails
off our,
anyway.
they're off
There's
our
a-
right side.
I
giant
got you.
sail.
I got you.
Yeah, I
This
got
harpoon turn goes hard, actually. Straight
solid
north.
harpoon turn. 10 out of 10.
Is that the merchants? Oh, they're boys, easy points. They're down in the
let's
shrine.
go.
Hit him with a kegger.
Might as well.
I'll fucking, depending on how long they've been here, I might swing down to the shrine and finish it for them.
You don't get
That's
points.
a lot of fogs.
They only just pulled up, so.
Oh, alright, well.
Because they came from somewhere north.
Do we do a drive-by?
We could just do a drive-by, but I think our ship needs to be by it if we want the points or something. We could
I mean,
just
no,
nose
if-
them.
That's
We could
full
just
world
we could
around.
just ram them. Fuck them. Hit them with the old ram skis, you know?
Yeah, we could do that play.
They'll never see it coming, literally, because they're underneath the water.
CDN special right here. Let me
This
know when to
is-
jump. Let me know when to jump. Remember when they used to snipe each other off with the freaking...
That's just
The
fucking
gangs.
hilarious. Are we dialed in for a nice ramage here?
Yeah,
Can
we're
barely
dialed
tell.
A
in.
little left, a little left, a little left.
All right. Snow's on you. Just wait to detonate.
Yeah, wait till
Oh.
we're clear there.
I had some
Alright, I'm
momentum.
pulling our-
Yeah, believe it. We got him.
There's stock.
Where'd you go?
nice. What do you mean, where'd I go? I'm literally checking stuff. What? I can't check a ship? Have you guys even checked anything? Plus, we're filling up with water in case I can't hear.
Why were you in the crows?
Just watching you.
Okay. I think
Again with
I
the
think
crows.
I think I can exonerate J-Man. He wouldn't do that as a spy.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. This is
Think
the
you're right.
ugliest capstan I've ever seen.
Bro,
They should be put in prison.
All right.
if you're
On the water. We're good.
Whoa, my water is bugged like crazy.
Where are these guys? This thing?
if that's the case, I can 100% somebody right now.
I got
Yo,
an
my
80.
my water's so bugged I can see across the whole map.
I got an 80-20 and a 0.
80, 20, and a 0. Who's your 80? Don't you dare say it's me.
I'll keep that one to myself.
This is unfucking unfucking believable. Like, I want to clear snow so bad, but because of this betrayal and besmirchment, I have no choice.
Can you
but
spell
to
that?
vote you into the brig.
Do it. You all.
What?
Can you spell besmirchment?
I don't need to spell besmirchment.
26 minutes, boys.
Even
This guy.
You have 26
Game's
minutes.
going by quick.
is that
Yeah,
one
I have
there,
the only
guys?
pog they have.
That's all. Are they still
Gotcha.
down there, or
It's-
you got them?
A little bit to your left.
They're gonna know that their ship
Oh.
sank. They get a notification.
Yo, J-Man,
A little
what are you thinking, Mr. Exonerated Man, supposedly? What
I-
is on your brain?
Go to this.
I
Let's go to the
can't-
fleet or the fort.
I haven't had anything that is definitive.
Yeah,
Based on
neither have I.
behavior alone, I don't think it's goo just because you've been putting a lot of crew work, and I don't think it's snow because he's weaving this tail that I feel like would be a liability if he was the spy. But that being said, that's not facts and evidence, so I'm not putting votes in. I'm just
Yes,
gonna have
that's
to keep
that's
a.
how I feel right now. I can't.
I'm gonna have to
vote
keep a
anything
closer
hard.
look.
Yo. Okay, never mind. I thought somebody ditched our storage crate. I'm gonna lose it.
You know, at turn. At turn.
One thing that is
I don't
sussing me out is goo is on top of these cannons, and there's so many that are high up today.
What do you mean high up?
I mean, it's like
What?
constantly
You're the
launching
one that
out.
keeps shooting over to islands.
Yeah, but
like
I expect these cannons to be like level with the horizon when I get back, and they're all fucking pointing to the sky.
Well, adjust it yourself. Adjust it yourself. Do I have to do everything myself? Am I the only guy who can adjust a cannon?
Well, according to you,
Am I
you're
the
the
only
only
crew
crew. You're the only crewmate that does any work.
You're not swing down the street.
I did, well, I'm swamped over here. I'm swamped. Okay, I'm stressed. Doing everything. Hitting the sails.
man. What are you doing?
I'm driving the boat. I'm grabbing the cannons on the drive-by. I am
Where are we going?
sinking ships.
I believe Skullfort, yeah.
Is it right ahead of us? I don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's there.
I'll get.
Just in the clouds.
I'll get off the wheel. I'm just messing you up. I thought it was like over here.
No, you're good.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
I'm doing a check at the bottom of the ship.
Oh, I'm checking the map. How convenient.
Is this chicken cooked?
Lights are on.
That looks bugged.
I
All
can
lights
tell
do
you.
in fact appear to be
No,
on.
it's not. It's still raw.
Raw dog.
Interesting.
Oh, okay, boys. I wish we could see a brig. That'd be great. Just been a lot of sloopage
Phenomenal.
today.
I'd rather not.
You want to sink a brig so badly.
Yes, why wouldn't you? Go on, explain it. I'll wait.
I want a galleon.
I was gonna say if it's for points.
Oh,
why not a
okay,
galleon?
Mr. One Up. Oh, I gotta go with the galleon. like, get the fuck out of here. We all want a galleon, okay? I'm just being realistic.
I want a galleon with another spy on it. That's what I really want.
Well, yeah, that we all want that.
I'm guessing our gold hoarders are gonna be over here at the fort.
Spy's nervous.
Yeah, Spy's real nervous. What's with this book here?
We got a decent number of points, but
Couple
Spy.
10-5-5s.
nothing crazy. I mean, we have like 50 something points right now. That's it.
Yeah.
But when we count up the pogs,
Hey,
it'll be
you want
different.
to jump off me real quick?
No, you're good.
What happened to you?
I've done a slip.
You just catch a worm.
All right.
Should we check them? Huh?
You are more than welcome to. No one is stopping you.
Yeah, and you don't never know which one I'm gonna go for either.
Nah, you'd be
Nah.
alright.
take a mermaid now,
He did hit the mermaid as soon as it
Okay.
spawned.
and I am top deck.
I mean, we can. Yeah, we hit this fort.
Are we trying?
get
Are
a
we trying to
little bit
bang this fort in
more-
20 minutes?
Yeah, that's
Is it
easy.
possible?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, vanilla fort. Yeah, especially if we
Nobody
don't give a
got
damn
one
about
top
kegs. We
yeah.
just use the kegs to clear the waves.
Yeah,
we
let's
got to
do
do.
that.
We got to keep doing something. Because if we just stay and sail around, then Spy doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, true.
And I don't think we have anything like immediate on the horizon, unless we see a ship. But that's the thing. These ships like they go down so easily. Like I think we should also like if we have a ship like that or a parked one, the keg plays almost shouldn't count.
In in some sense I agree, but it
Or if
might
it's
need
like
to
an
be
AFK ship,
deferred.
just like less points. I don't know. It's not even PvP at that point.
No, it's just
just free ships.
Yeah.
easy kill.
Yeah.
Free ships. But I mean, the Spy should be getting to work while we're hitting those free ships.
I guess so. Find the opportunities.
On the opportunities.
Why are we deadwind everywhere we go?
There's
I'm
no
not-
way to not be. It's
This
crazy.
is-
We're okay. We have good sales right now. It's the best it could be.
This is the goo curse. What are you
It's
doing down
true.
here?
You know what? That's I can't put stuff back in barrels. You got a problem that I want to put things away so that when we hit up this island, I can grab stuff? You got a problem?
Oh, you going to the island? Not communicating? That sounds like a snowplay.
I haven't even done it yet. I'm saying when we get to the. I'm saying when we get to this vanilla fort. I'm not you.
Shooting to the island to the left?
I guess I gotta go.
All right, bye.
I have no choice.
Your pockets should be empty.
Valid point.
Yeah, they are. What about your pockets?
I'll see you. I'll see you on the first barrel.
Watching your shit real quick.
Sam, you seen this shit?
What am
I got my 90%. I'm ready to vote.
You have nothing. You have literally nothing.
Brother, where are you?
That's a good question.
Huh, what are you looking at?
Where is this man's?
All right, let's go. Let's go up top. Go on.
There you
Go
are.
on.
Where did you appear
My,
from?
I have my techniques.
Oh, I
How did
see,
you
I
get
see.
up here?
A ladder?
I mean, oh, T-pose. Let's.
Why don't you grab? Why don't you grab those 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Go
Really?
ahead and take a look.
Yeah, you were for a
Does
second.
that fix it?
Okay, you see all
Grab
these?
4.
No, you're still T-posing.
See all what?
Really?
Yeah.
Drop those
Yeah.
6?
Okay.
Great.
What if I?
Oh, I have
load
10
a
now.
cannon and then come back out?
How do you have 10?
Because I grabbed another 4 from this barrel
and
before
when you
you
got your weapon out,
came
you're
over
just
here.
gliding
We'll drop the
around.
10.
Your weapon, you're full
What? I
T-pose.
just dropped the 10. It's back in.
Here, come here.
See? Now I have.
Why are you taking?
Proof. I have no cannonballs on me.
All right. Now I gotta go grab some stuff.
Oh, why'd this fort have to be so far away, dog?
It's
Yo,
J-Man.
it's
100%.
Sam or J-Man. It's Sam or J-Man.
100% J-Man.
100%
What?
Sam or J-Man. Based on current events?
J-Man's the one person I'm cool with right now.
Yeah, it would be.
Well,
Mr.
who are you?
Spy.
Who are you sus with, Sam? Let's hear it.
Honestly, Goo.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Goo is
okay.
pretty sus.
You're
I mean,
throwing.
Real quick to call out, every single possible thing that he's doing right. I feel like that's a little, I don't know. I haven't necessarily. This is just,
Is it
I
wrong?
haven't discovered
totally off
anything,
behavior. I
unfortunately.
haven't seen anyone do anything. So,
Hold on, Sam. Hold on, Sam. Is it wrong information? Is it wrong information?
I only see some of this that's actually occurring.
I didn't hear it now. Not
Let
wrong
me
information.
know if you see cannonballs
It's
down there.
been
By the
pretty
way.
solid.
Never mind. I
Down
found a
where?
barrel.
Down here?
I got a barrel.
You guys gonna come back to the ship at some point during this game, or?
Slips
Yes.
off to our south.
Yo,
Slips
Snow,
in
where you at?
like,
I'm
How
on the
close?
tower.
3 squares away.
Oh, to the south? It's
Yeah.
probably at the fort, no?
Let's burn
We're
back.
heading-
Let's burn back.
Yep,
looks
merming.
Like you guys got a bit.
Oh, we're
Where
getting
are you?
skellied. Hey, let's go half sails. Half sails.
I found you. I'm
Did
on
you
the
merm
back.
already?
No,
Full, like all half or just mid.
I'm on the rocks.
All three half. All three half.
Okay. I don't know. How
You
to
got the
spell
merm?
galleon.
Okay. I'm about to hit it.
Where
Yeah.
you guys at?
We're merming.
Oh, I
It's
answered
100% one of these
cannonball
spawns. It's
one,
100%
too.
one of these spawns. 100%. 100%.
Well, that sloop's gonna know we're here.
I'm gonna try to get on this ship and grab some. What's it called?
They're pulling off.
Where's
some-
J-Man? Is J-Man on the ship?
Yeah, I'm on our
On-
boat. I'm down
We
below.
just launched.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grab some cursed. Hopefully they have some cursed. I'm on.
They should have curse. This is a cursed ship.
You gotta wait for them to load it.
Oh, I got you.
They sunk? Did they sink?
No, not even close. Not even close.
What the fuck are they doing?
What do you mean? What are they doing?
They're like ramming us.
We need lows.
They're doing their thing.
Okay, game. You're driving me nuts.
Straighten the wheel. They're
Left
turning
or
around
left?
and come around to our broadside.
You going left or right?
Straighten.
Just straight. Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd that sloop?
Where are they going? Hello?
They're just chilling, man.
We're over here.
I'm gonna take us right. I
Hey,
guess.
we got lanterns
so-
off, boys.
Where at?
Okay.
We got lanterns off right by the map table.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Notice how
I see, I
I'm,
see, I'm
I'm on
turning
the
them
skelly
on.
ship. I'm on the skelly ship, boys.
Valid point. That does in fact exonerate you. All right, they're trying.
Don't waste your energy over here. Don't be wasting your energy.
Map table ones.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
What do you mean, all right?
I got a 50-50.
Yeah, you should. You should have a 50-50.
Everybody's got a 50-50 now.
I've had a 50-50 for a hot minute.
Oh, I don't like my 50-50 though.
What are we doing here?
Are we hitting bottoms? Like I've been
They're,
fighting
not, they're
skellies
so
for
far
10
away,
years.
dude. They're so
They're
far
just
away.
going in circles.
It's like they're not even aggroed anymore.
All right. I'm
Let's
gonna
chase these guys
leave.
down.
I don't know if we have time to complete the fort now.
15
Well, let's
minutes.
get this.
No, we're not.
Let's get this.
We gotta go for the.
Let's get
We
the
can go for the
Let's get the
sloop.
skelly and then go for the player sloop.
Yeah.
14 minutes, guys.
Or not. All right, they re-aggroed. Let's see if my long distance shots are decent like they used to be.
Sam, how many cannonballs do you have on your person?
Me? 7.
You shot
I did
2.
shoot one and then another one is loaded.
Oh my gosh, let me up.
Oh, so you were down.
I'm gonna die. I gotta leave. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah,
I'm
you
dead.
better. You're dead.
Of course I'm dead. I've been
Yeah,
on this
we know
skelly
they're
ship for
really
2
long time.
hours, and you guys aren't doing
Hey, listen,
anything.
we were trying.
You
they
like
did not.
Yeah,
it's-
rare is not helping out right now.
I got a 33% now.
It's no.
I'm
It's
kidding.
I'm
that's
getting,
crazy. That is crazy.
It's no.
It's no, 100%.
that not grab him?
Getting mad at me because I'm dying to skellies fucking ding up for fucking 5 minutes? Crazy. I'm running out of food, boys. I can only eat so long. We need lowers on that thing.
I put some lowers.
Working on it. We got a couple lower hits.
I'm
sound
wrapping.
Like. You rep? Okay.
We're gonna ram. I'll raise.
Oh, hello.
I'm gonna go D up.
Okay. Now that
First
snow's over
cannonball
there,
top
can
deck.
we leave this? Can we leave? Can we leave now? Can we leave the ship now? Snow's over there. Any chance we could just sail away, please?
I mean, if that's what you really want.
Yeah, I got you.
They're gonna sink soon. Hopefully.
You guard holes long enough, or
Come on, mid.
where's the first cannonball top deck?
Hit 'em with the flames to help out. Do they need more holes or what?
They got one middle deck here.
Minutes, boys. Minutes.
They're sunk.
Let's go. Let's go. No. Maps clear, boys. All right. We all know it's not me. So let's go ahead and
Alright, can we
Yeah.
hunt down this sloop fast? What do you think?
utilize our
Do we
brain.
want to grab the skelly bogs, or we gonna go for the player sync?
I don't see
I
the
vote
so
player
we should
sync.
get-
I don't even know where they are anymore.
Yeah, I don't have
They
a
were
clue.
south. I don't see.
They were near the
their
fort.
mast.
Oh.
Oh yeah. They're by Fort of the Damned, and they're fighting a skelly sloop right now.
Let's just do it then.
Okay. Spin
We're,
around.
we're
spin
good
around.
on we're good on Pogs. I'd rather
I'm
get some more
full left here.
guarantees. We can maybe grab a couple if
12
possible,
minutes.
but if not, I'm not too worried about it.
I'll get on Harpoon as soon as he's come up. I'll try to get him.
Okay. 11 minutes. I don't know. I don't like. I honestly don't have a 50-50.
You
I
don't have a
44.
50-50?
I'm pretty sure. You're like
He's the only one
10%.
that doesn't need
You're
to have one.
10% to me right now because
Really?
you're making no sense.
Oh, that's fine.
But
It's intentional.
I have like it's 40%.
All right, sails down. Drop sails.
Sam 40%. J-Man, and then 10% you.
I don't think
And,
it's
sails-
I'm more
sails right.
inclined to snow.
You're
You know,
you're
obviously
Not all the
not
way.
you
Just
because
match the mid sail right
like,
here, just
not
like
while
that.
you're off.
okay.
Wait, what? Lights?
No,
No,
sorry.
no,
Oh.
he was
Saying lights
speaking in
out while
speaking before.
Go on.
I'm drunk.
I can see it.
I'll check.
Cause like Snow could have just been like on that island trying to get some brownie points. You know, could have been getting some brownie points.
I feel like Snow with the 10.55. I don't know. You were really focused on trying to account where everyone else was, and I don't know if any of us were really trying to count where you were, Snow, with the pineapple 10.55.
That's fine.
I don't know if anyone was like following him at any point. I don't know. Just thinking out loud, you know.
Yeah.
From my perspective, the pineapples could have been anyone, so I can't meaningfully contribute.
See, I think I can
that one.
exonerate Goo from that one,
I-
so...
I know Goo couldn't have done those lanterns.
Right,
Because
he
when
was over
after
there.
Goo left the boat, I did a ship check and they were on.
Interesting.
So I've got
Yeah.
my coin flip at best, or I guess at worst. But I can't say definitively. I feel like
9 minutes.
the lanterns were most likely Snow, but the rest of the stuff I feel like would have been most likely Sam. So I can't
Okay, fair.
definitively say one.
What are you thinking,
But the only
J-Man?
reason- The only reason I
Or,
think the
Goo.
lanterns were most likely Snow was just because at the time between my ship check and discovering the lanterns, I feel like Sam was doing stuff, raising anchor, running around top deck, or not anchor, sails, running around top deck. He was like, I feel
was
like he
taking
was
shots all
contributing,
day.
but I can't say 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. This is
If I was pressed,
Wait.
I know who I would vote for, but I'm not pressed yet.
the way that
We've got
J-Man
9
is
minutes.
speaking right now is pulling more sus onto Snow. For me.
Really?
It's only
Like,
one thing. Only
back
one
to
thing that makes
33.
me think it's Snow, and it's just
The lights.
analysis of the two of them on the boat. But it wasn't, close analysis. I wasn't spectating
Alright.
intent.
Okay, so Goo, that 10.55, it couldn't have been me. Because we were looking at
let's
each
get
other.
dummy sails.
We were looking at each other in the cave.
No.
Yeah.
And dummy sails. You call that up, right?
Dummy sails is straightforward.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting megged.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
We ignore the meg, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we can. Sloops are right here.
Okay.
are they planning on starting?
Okay, so that 10.55 couldn't have been me.
Oh wait, are they
because
at the Fort of the Dam?
I don't know.
couldn't have been me because I was in the cave and we were cycling supplies in those chests.
They're on the
Yes,
grid.
yes.
When you were on the ship, the skeleton
Yep.
ship there, and we weren't shooting at you because they were being stupid.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Sam was on the wheel the entire time.
Skelly. It's a Skelly sloop. Is this what we were seeing?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I saw a player sloop, but we can fight this Skelly. We can probably kill this Meg too if this Skelly goes quickly.
Meg's gone, but
There is a pair.
Hopefully it'll respawn when we hit open water. Let's get half sails.
There's a player
I don't
sloop.
see. I don't see the player sloop at all. boys.
It was over here, but I mean it could be long gone by now
Maybe
if they were.
sunk by the Skelly ship if they were garbage.
This hurts. This
Wow.
hurts.
My 50-50 is between J-Man and Sam. But I'm a little bit more sus of J-Man after those lanterns because I really think Sam was on the wheel the entire time. And the fact that he's trying to put blame on
I
me.
was on the wheel, dude.
No, because
I'm
you were
not
down
putting
below.
blame on you.
You're down below. Because you called out
I'm
the
not
lanterns.
putting blame on you. I'm
Oh,
not
there's a
putting blame
sloop.
on you.
The sloop's behind the skeleton.
Where?
Yeah, it's far.
Yeah, it's far.
Hard
Really
to
far.
worry about.
6 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't have blowers yet. That's the only thing that, like, if you didn't put sus on me for those lanterns and you were on Sam, then I'd be probably more inclined to Sam too. But yet at the same time, like I said, I can't clear you from earlier in the cave. If I could clear you from earlier in the cave, I totally would.
Like the J-Man?
Yeah.
Is this thing sunk yet or what?
Yeah, it is.
I think so.
Alright. 6 minutes. Everything so far. I'm doing a little bit of a look-see. Look-see.
Is that Robo still here? Okay,
Yeah,
Robo's
still here. Yeah, I see.
Oh, we got a firework.
I see a where in cannon?
Cannon on
Which
the right
one?
side. Right here.
Second cannon on the right
Yeah.
side. Holy shit! I think it's snow then.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I don't know how you're flopping.
Presentation.
I was playing you, Goo. Like,
Oh,
I was
wait.
just playing onto you.
Second.
I was third.
Okay. Never mind. I think it's Sam then. I think it's Sam.
Why J-Man put sus on me?
I think it's Sam.
I
boys.
didn't. I just said I can't clear you 100% because you could have done the lanterns. I don't think you did any of the other things. All the rest of the other things, I can't say that it
Yeah,
was
you
you.
just-
I'm just saying
yeah.
it could. I can't count you out from it being the lanterns. From you doing the lanterns.
There's a higher probability of it being Sam or Snow at this point if it's in the second cannon. You know.
Yeah.
He's
well,
drunk. He's drunk. Somebody's drunk.
It's me. I'm
Oh,
at the
no,
Chester
shit.
Garage.
Fuck. I'm freaking out.
Come down, man. Come down.
We might have to go a little closer.
I'm about to vote.
I'm gonna drop back just a teensy-weensy.
I'm a vote.
What cannon were you shooting out of J-Man? What cannon were you shooting out of
Fourth one,
Goo?
this one right
He was
here.
on the fourth
I'm
one. He was on the
standing.
fourth one.
And
He was on the fourth
this one was goo
100%.
right here. This one
Yeah,
was goo.
100%. So we had
They're all
Sam
shooting
here
from
and
the
Snow
right side,
here. Yeah, everybody
That's
on the
what's
right
pretty
side.
good. Fourth left.
So most logical conclusion would be that it is.
Fucking
Sam.
can't concentrate.
I mean, in all honesty, I was
There's no-
jumping around from cannon to cannon, so it was just whichever one was free.
But we were all on him. None of them were free. That's what I'm saying.
Free during like reloads.
Mm.
You guys are voting.
Oh.
We have 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I got my vote.
To
I'm
use our
up.
heads.
Okay, so Sam voted me. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
That makes sense.
Which is fine. I enjoy the chaos a little bit, so I was playing Goo.
Ah!
That's my vote. I voted it.
I voted too.
That's my guess.
If J-Man pulled this off,
Nope.
good for
Nope.
him. Good for him.
Nope. What, ladies and gentlemen? We got, yep, there he goes playing the Stitch of Sorrow. I mean, that's not.
I think we got him.
Unless
I mean,
it's
No.
his objective, but.
I think we got him.
He's not drinking yet.
That'd be a wild
So what do we
objective.
want to do? Let's go to Fort of the Damned and take all the kegs.
That'd be a really wild objective. Get locked in the
Let's
brig.
go, 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 go. Drop sales, drop sales, drop
play a
sales.
spoon.
Drop sales. We'll go to Fort of the Damned. We'll load all the kegs. We'll get the multiplier.
By the way,
the
Sam, you
extra
can start fires in the brig now. Just so you know.
Yeah, if you have a firebomb in your inventory, you can chuck it. If you have grog, you can pound it.
Yeah.
Unless you're not the spy.
Yeah, but one would do that if they were the spy.
I'm not 100% sold, but that's where my brain is at.
I mean, I stick by, you know, it being snow.
Yeah.
But
See, I'm glad Shade's tossed on me a little bit because I'm playing for Shade to be tossed on me.
and just
I'm dropping
chaotic.
anchor.
I'm just like so.
What's
fucking
that? What's
full
that
on
time?
work. No, not yet. We got a minute.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh,
It crashed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I dropped anchor.
Come grab this.
Yo, who's throwing? Who's throwing a bunch of things?
It's him.
It's
Is
him,
it?
it's him. Yeah, it's him.
Okay. Oh my god, that was so dangerous. Holy shit.
Well,
We got his ass, boys.
We fucking
Damn.
got him.
Fuck me,
Oh,
dude.
I am rusty.
we'll give you 3 fires.
Extremely rusty.
We'll give you 3 fires because we never mentioned that, but the fires have to be put out for them to count. So we'll give you like 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
We still got 90 seconds. Let's get as many kegs off this island as we can.
Dude,
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
unbelievably rusty at this.
Well, you did pretty good.
I-
You got the fireworks off a couple
No,
times.
I did not do as well as you might think I did.
I would try to do a TNT run, but I don't think it's in good faith at this point.
I don't know if we'd get them out and then back in time.
We gotta have them in crows, right?
Yeah, I'll get them on harpoon.
Okay.
And then I'll start running them.
You know the.
50 seconds.
We got,
boys.
yeah, we got a minute. I'm just gonna grab them.
How does this help
Get
us
all
though?
those.
Because is it? Don't we just
More
have to hit a
kegs, if we
threshold?
break through a
Kegs, more-
threshold,
more
yeah,
threshold, more
it's for
thresholds.
every 5 kegs.
You wanted me to do
That's the
that?
fastest one.
Take them up. Take them up.
Take them up. 30 seconds.
I don't have it. Better.
I did do my
Is that it?
which was great.
Is that all of them? Got 19 seconds.
Oh, I want to sword lunge off, but I can't.
Yeah, not even remotely close to my best game.
It's a lot different from solo to.
It's different.
Yeah.
For
so
sure.
much harder on solo. You got to be so much more careful about what you're doing, and I don't know if that's just combination of solo and game
What's
change.
the skelly galleon
time.
you're doing right here?
I feel like
Time.
there's less chaos due to the fact you're not
Yeah,
worrying
time.
about little shit
Time.
constantly.
Let's get him out.
Yeah, there's less chaos, and then like you could just tell the people that you
Don't have
fight
enough-
aren't nearly as good, so then the fights aren't
Yeah.
as long.
I mean, there was no contest. I didn't really have too many opportunities to do stuff, just because, you know, the fights didn't last long, and really, I only got lucky when you guys were on cannons, and everyone was on occasion running down to reload and just taking
All
the time.
right.
to do that.
I'm dumping supplies for the counts.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Quite a
That's
few
much.
5.5s.
don't feel bad, man. Like the best
tough, man,
score
it's
that we
tough.
had was like 40 some. Like it's not like we have great
Okay, cool.
scores.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Makes
it,
me feel
you're,
way
yeah,
better.
you're not.
Spy is
are-
a tough game.
The odds are against you on purpose.
Like no one's
Yeah, right.
scoring like 60 to 80 points in this, and like even those 60 to 80 point games, they were probably because the other crew was bad. Like we're getting a better player base that play this. And like
I want to say my best game was like 100 something, but that was
That's insane.
obviously full Spirates.
yeah, and probably uneven teams and crap.
Fight and yeah. But I got more 10.5.5s than y'all found, that's for sure.
I believe it. 10.5.5s are
That
tough.
was the main.
All right, I'm gonna go for counts.
All right, do you want to
here.
count
Roll
the?
into that. Let me get my.
There's a.
Where's my-
Do we just go to Ancient Spire or
Make sure,
something?
make sure
Somebody's
you
at.
dump your inventories, and if you had any curse cannons, Sam, you keep those.
Don't
Yeah,
dump.
I've
Don't
got-
dump your inventory, Sam. Either. You
Nah,
don't
I've
dump
got it all
yours.
on me.
Which
Okay,
goo
so
you
we
dumped? You
go-
dumped your inventory the last Spirates. I've never mentioned, but
Oh, when I was a spy or something?
yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference because I looked and
Yeah.
you never would have broke the
Hey,
thresholds.
that's
But
Luke with the Reapers.
Yeah.
Just a heads up there. Are we going to an outpost or we staying here? Or what?
Yeah, we'll hit up an outpost and then we will.
We can go back to Ancient Spire if you want.
we summon at
south.
Reapers. Yeah, we can't.
There's a Reaper 1. He just put the flag up 2 seconds ago.
Ooh, this is looking fancy.
Do you guys feel like fighting them at Reapers before we sell, or you just want to go to a normal
We're
outpost?
not gonna have anything.
Yeah, I feel like
They are heading our
we just get our
direction,
counts and
You're
then
aware.
do it up.
So
what?
get counts quickly.
Did we get 2
Yeah, I'm
sloops?
working on it.
2-player sloops? I think 2-player sloops.
2-player sloops.
Yep, definitely.
1
Kegs.
2 skelly galleys.
2 ships.
We keg 2-player sloops.
1 skelly sloop. Something like that.
How many kegs and crows?
I go count real quick.
We still
I
have a
died.
rowboat, right?
Twice. Feels good.
Yeah, I never dumped that unfortunately. I was really
Yeah.
looking for an opportunity to dump rowboat and just never had one.
Yeah, count if you don't mind.
Three
Count
were
the kegs
standing
and
at
crows,
the-
and
all
I'll
3 of you
start
were
counting
standing at the
cogs.
ship a lot.
Okay.
You want us to
Oh,
count
what?
cogs?
Counting. That 1,
I think Jimin's on it.
2.
Okay, I'm
Pretty
getting-
sure. I feel like we got. Did we get 2 skelly sloops or 1 skelly sloop?
I thought 1.
1. And then we got 2.
I think this
skelly
Reaper's
galleons.
coming after us, by the way. We might
Okay.
have to sink
That's
him.
okay. Let's just get our. Let's get. How many kegs
Get our
and crows?
counts.
9 kegs.
9 kegs. Man, we just did not quite get it to the next threshold.
Yeah, damn.
Damn.
Okay, so there are
We
like
tried, though.
thresholds for point. With
I
9
couldn't find
kegs.
one. I needed to find one more. I couldn't find it.
Threshold. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like every 5 kegs we allow for like more thresholds. So it's like incentivizing us to get more kegs in our crow's nest.
Right. I guess I
Um,
just wouldn't.
It's the
I
same with
guess I
like
didn't
food.
pay
The more food that we have, it allows us to have like a reason to get supplies. Whereas if we don't have it, then we're like, who cares about the supplies?
Okay.
So
I
now
guess
it's like,
more for solo, yeah.
yeah, for solos, it's like we're just creating like an incentivization to get supplies. We're like, oh, we want to get supplies. If you have 200 cannons, every like 200 cannons, you get like a threshold, so you get +2. So if you have 400, then you get +4. So it just adds up. Man, I was so close, just locking up snow.
I felt like I was close. Yeah, I was close to getting you in there.
I didn't know how serious you were taking me until you like actually started talking about voting me, and then I'm like, fuck, I've been playing around too much.
I mean,
Oh,
J-Man
man.
was on the ship and for long. I mean, he was helmed.
I
primarily, felt
I
like
knew you were
the
clear,
part
Goo. Like
to,
I was just playing
yeah.
you as if like, because I wanted to make it still
we got rocks,
interesting.
by the way.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. And like, honestly, I was like, I don't want to play my whole poker card here, but I was playing a little bit of a game. For the next time I play a little bit of a spy, I might do a little bit of things. You know what I'm saying? I might really get you on my side.
Oh yeah, we do.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, play a little bit of like. Now I'm gonna have to do really different though.
Yeah, I want to try to mix up how I play a
Oh,
lot, just
we're gonna hit
because
this.
like we're
I just
playing
know I
with
need
the
to
same
not be on
people.
the same team as Shark because that man will suss me out instantly. Me and him have played entirely too long together.
Yeah, that'll happen. That's why I'm trying to mix up how I play a little bit. This one I want real hard body crew, all the ultimate crew. Next time,
Really, he actually was doing a lot of
we
stuff.
might not. We might not be next time. We'll see. That way, you'll never know which crew.
I
they
mean,
put
last game we
together.
played, no one was doing good crew, so
That's
that
what
was
I'm
pretty
saying.
much bad
Everyone
crew.
sucked. Everybody who was
So
throwing.
I did just decide to leave my nameplates off.
Oh, did you? That's crazy.
I
You
did
could have
just,
left it
just
on.
so that I can get the feel of that, and also, it's genuine. Like, oh, hello, you're there.
Yeah.
I get it,
I
yeah.
don't know if that helped me at all, but
It probably didn't.
It
I guess
it probably
Yes,
didn't.
it did.
What?
no, it did.
It helped you because I was like, yo, this man is the spy, and then I hung off the side of the boat and you didn't notice.
Oh yeah, because
I
it kind of makes it seem
see.
like you're like, man, you do not
I
have
genuinely
visuals
didn't know
of
where
me.
you were.
Yeah. So there's some things. It probably didn't help you with like seeing like a little bit more freedom on the ship
No, but
though.
like I was able to keep track you guys fairly well, except for literally just when J-Man was hiding off the side of the boat, which was good because I was considering, like I didn't know where it was, so I was thinking about risking it, but I felt like he was tucked somewhere, so
And J-Man loves a little
I
tug.
wanted to do some lanterns, but
Hang on, don't touch the pogs yet. I'm still counting.
Okay,
Oh,
roger that. Roger that.
So you were that close to
might be,
voting me, like, because I was
oh
like,
man, I was like, bro, this guy is coming after
almost
me
had you
for
convinced.
no reasons.
Man.
I don't know
So-
what happens when I open this fucking sheet.
so if I suss you, then you get Ah, I see. Because I was like just pretending to suss you. You got super
Okay,
defensive
1,
on.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, like I was just like, there's no way.
That's
There's no
funny.
way that you think it's me. I don't know what happened. Every time I touch this thing, something happens. Somebody fix this.
Eh?
Every time I touch this fucking sheet, something new changes and
Oh,
I can't
hello.
do anything.
I don't know. I can't have your stream open.
Is this a shared one that I'm
You got to
looking
make a
at here?
copy of it.
But I can't now because now it's cooked.
Copy. So my spy stuff is all down below, on the one that you're doing, Goo.
I've got one here.
Oh,
I gotta lock that, and then
I've
people
got
have
one
to
that
make a
works.
copy.
I'm
okay,
gonna have to
looking
teach
at
you how to use
someone,
this.
I don't know who else is
I
here.
don't understand this thing at all. This is
Who's this
making
guy?
no sense.
Okay, we got no credit for the Ashen Winds.
No.
We did not do that fort. We kegged 2 player ships.
Yes.
We completed our quest.
Which one?
The
Complete bottle
riddle.
Perks always
What was
follow.
that?
I like the little compartmentalize of the post game objective. That makes things a lot easier to read
Yeah.
through.
Is that the
We had a
complete
rowboat,
bottle
but no
quest?
megas. We had 1 curse cannonball, 75 pogs, by the way.
And that's with you
bad.
missing
Our,
some.
our spy was brigged at 0. Okay, now we're on to spy objectives. So how
Oh,
many spy deaths?
None.
None, yeah.
All my stuff's there already.
Nope,
with
you never got checked on anything, right?
No.
I kept wanting to check.
Okay.
You never would, Goo.
I wanted to.
Spy drinks
But then you
grog.
grabbed the water.
I got one of those.
1 grog. Switches lantern color.
None.
1055s.
6.
6 1055s?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that pineapple was the only one I think y'all found.
Campfire.
None.
Flag.
None.
Dicks on the map.
None.
Loading fireworks. 2.
2. Yeah, 2.
Parrot cages.
Nothing until Spy Buckets Ocean Water on the ship 3 times.
3 buckets.
5 sellable?
Pogs
Oh,
dropped.
shit.
Dropped.
5 pogs you've dropped
5
off?
pogs. Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Own lantern color. Oh, you didn't die, so no.
None.
Yeah.
Pairs of lanterns.
3.
3 pairs. So we didn't find one.
No.
Oh, damn.
Which one didn't we find?
Cancels voyage and sets fire on ship 3 times. Wow, boys. Oh,
I
and
got
your
one
unique
one
objective.
cannonball in my pocket.
unique?
And a curse cannonball for you.
3 times set the ship on fire. If that's what we're doing. My secret objective was to where'd it go? Your spy objective is to aim a cannon while another player is launching out of it. I did that right off the bat when I think Goo launched.
I think it was snow.
Yeah, it was me. You shot me out of it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I was really
And-
on that.
I'm
One,
gonna go
2,
through this
3,
spreadsheet again to make sure I did this right because the score is that close. Okay.
Oh boy.
And he should
We did 2
we should
player
add-
sloops.
What
the
the,
uniques.
the lanterns too? Like, cause we have to find them.
The uniques adds automatically.
Like,
you
unless
don't
they're
have to find 'em.
unless they're
I don't
still
know.
off the lanterns. Like they can't.
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't have
know.
to find. You don't have to. If they never get found and they just stay off the rest of the game, you still get points for switching those off.
Well, I know, but just which one was off that we didn't see. That's
Yeah,
what
we-
we're wondering.
They were
It should still be off.
far back to the bottom. Are they not on? Or are they not off?
Cause like we
At
would
the far
have
front
to.
of the ship.
I mean, yeah, on the far right down. Well, I did the run. I might not have actually put them off.
Yeah, I don't think they were ever off.
Okay, then
we-
scratch one of those.
Okay.
If we didn't see it, they
Yeah,
would
no,
be
I
100%
did
off.
the
right
run.
now.
I just don't know if I actually put
Yeah,
them
yeah,
off. Those 2 bucks I
yeah.
did. So 2 instead
Still
of
working out that KBM.
Just
Okay.
getting used to the goals, man.
So for our crew score, I'm gonna make sure I got this right. 2 player sloops. 1 at the
Yeah.
Ashen Winds and 1 at the shrine. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 Skelly galleons. 1 that emerged and 1 that we fought at the sea fort.
Yes.
Yep.
Skeleton sloop that we fought.
Did we fight? Did we get 2?
We dunked on it on the
sloops?
way
Or just
to
the 1.
I thought that we just got the one.
thought we
and
did-
we're
I thought-
considering doing the other one. Did we kill the one at the Fort of the Damned?
No.
The only one I can remember that we did was that one where we thought we were going after a sloop,
Bear spot?
and then we killed the skelly sloop. I just don't know if we did any more before that. If we can't remember, then I don't
we
think
sank.
we did.
We sank the one
I
at
know
Fort
we
of the
did
Damned. Yeah.
one.
But that's the only one, right?
The
Well,
Skelly
one
Skelly
spawned
sloops? I thought we
one
sunk
Skelly
two
spawned in
Skelly sloops.
That's what I thought. I just can't remember the instance of it.
Yeah,
had
we definitely
one
sunk
spawn on us, right?
because we sunk another one when we were heading to the Ashen Winds.
Yeah, that's right. It
Yeah,
showed
yeah,
up on
yeah,
us.
you're
Yeah,
right,
so
you're
we have two.
2.
2 and 2.
Okay, 2 Skelly sloops.
That's gonna make it.
2 keg plays.
Yes. I died
One-
twice.
1 bottle quest.
Yep.
Our totals on it was 348 food, which results in 6 points. 259 planks, which results in 4 points. 371 cannonballs, that's 2 points. 29 chain shots is 4 points. 32 fireworks is 2 points. 9 kegs is 2 points. We had a rowboat. We had 1 curse cannonball. And we had 75 pogs, and we brigged our spy.
Gooch, count your deaths in there.
Yeah, I've said 2 deaths.
Cool,
2 player deaths.
Yeah.
2 player deaths.
I died to that trap, and then I died D'ing up on a Skelly sloop for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Dude,
So
that,
so
you
here's
did
the
not
judgment call, boys.
Lest we
This is
forget.
this is gonna make the difference.
Uh-huh.
Do we have the seal clubbing rule where if we keg an enemy ship that's literally uninhabited, do we get the points?
Yeah, it's up to you
Yes,
I
guys.
mean, I'm good either way.
Because if that's
glad
you know
that's
that.
true, if we're I mean that's the rules for this, but
Right.
that would make a big difference because that's 14 points.
Yeah, it's a lot of points for kegging stationary ships.
Our team score. By the way, you got 58 spy points.
Yeah, it's a big game.
That's a big game. You did quite well. The 5 pogs dropped and the 6 1055s is insanity. Our crew score was 171 minus the spy points at 113. If the kegs don't count, that puts us at 99 and the spy wins this round.
Yeah. Which is great.
The one keg will definitely count, but the other one,
Very, very close
Yeah,
game,
Kraken's,
boys.
Yeah.
not Kraken's, Shipwreck Bay counted for sure.
what was the final crew score?
106 is the final crew score.
Oh, we didn't have a good crew score game.
It's not
Well,
bad.
we
it's
did, but he had 58 spy
58
points.
points.
When'd you drop all those pogs?
Yeah, I never
Dude,
noticed a single
so-
pog drop.
it was during the galley fight with the Skelly galley.
Skeleton? Hilarious.
And then basically all the 1055s were over on Crook's Hollow.
Yeah,
I
that
had so
huge
much
ass
fun when
island.
We were hunting for the stupid lizards.
Yeah.
You just kept
So,
coming
so-
back to the ship and dumping them?
Pretty much, yeah.
I never noticed. Yeah, fuck.
It's a big island, and like you're stuck inside like
is.
a thing. You
It's-
just
I mean,
you
it's
don't
so
no
hard to get
nameplates.
out
You
and
can't see them
explore.
running anywhere, right?
You know, sound is heavily relied upon.
And like this is where I'm like as like a crew, it's like we gotta we gotta need to find more of this off-ship DNA evidence.
Yeah, for real.
Like
We almost lost that. That would have been our first ever spy victory with the
this rule set.
the solos. Yeah, with the rule set. It's been close before,
Yeah.
but it's never happened.
Wow.
I do like the rules though. It's nice.
They're cool, right?
You know, the nerves were insane because you got to be so much more on your toes on just a 4-man. There's so much less chaos to bounce off of.
Mhm.
You know, average galley fights on 8-man Spyrates, all the lights downstairs are going to be off.
How do you sell these flags? Oh, to the Reapers.
Yeah, to the Reaper.
You get 2 more things over here that we can sell.
Well, that was a hammer game spy-wise, and yeah, like
I mean, the
this
10.
is the,
Go ahead.
this is the confusing thing is like for me as like a crew, it's like there's trying to like allow for some breathing room, but at the same time, then like this also forces me to be like more on top of being like, where is everybody like in your
There is
pocket on islands?
0 breathing room sailing around. Absolutely no room to really do anything. It's literally just in fights. and doing stuff on islands.
How do you sell, J-Man?
So at that point,
Sell
it's
what?
just buddy
The
system.
flag.
Go
there
give
we
it
go.
to the skeleton at the Reaper tent.
Yeah, you gotta give the skelly the thing.
But see,
Honestly,
that's
I
why
don't know why, but I'm just grabbing stuff and putting it in our barrels.
that's why we kind of like made the rule where you always need to be it's not a rule, but like to make it as entertaining as possible, you're always pursuing an objective.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we can turn in these kegs too, technically.
Oh yeah, we can.
That being said, though, like, oh fuck, like, okay, the 1055s, I'm fine with losing. Like, those are tough, but the pogs, like, how
The
did we
pogs,
not
I can't
notice the
believe we not
pogs?
notice that. Yeah, that's what's crazy.
Some of the most stressful moments.
Like
without
my
it.
man's is just in the captain's quarter. Did you do them all at the same time, just
No,
dropping?
Those were individual, like
Individual moments.
as I guess
What the heck?
sparingly as I could, because it's hard.
find
Everyone's
I
on the ship. It's hard to take the time to actually get in there and do it.
I find that's the weirdest thing for me. I find that the hardest thing to do, like the harder jobs to do, is the ones that you're doing.
Lots of jumping.
Except for, like,
from
the
field
1055s
down
maybe.
to the balcony.
Yeah.
Just slipping one in there.
Yeah, I find like dumping pogs is so fucking hard in this mode.
It is, and I can't imagine burying them. That's a whole nother.
Well,
level of
you can't bury them and get away with it because the
Well,
whole
it's-
crew
yeah.
gets a notification of who buried the pog.
Yeah.
like even a
I'm
partial
s-
bury.
I'm surprised you didn't just
Oh,
toss
partial?
up
No. If you
a cancel.
if you dig it into
Yeah.
the sand, it does. If it generates a map, that's when you get it.
Right. So it's just, I assume partial bury is what it's referring to.
Actually, on the map, it refers to partial burying pogs during the final fight.
Oh,
in
okay, I
a
gotcha.
in a
Bonus.
2-man, yeah,
Oh,
or in a
okay.
2-galley.
I got you. Yeah, I wanted to get rid of the quest, but it wasn't high on my priorities. I felt like
Yeah, I'm just surprised because you dropped 6 things. That means that you're in there 6 times. Just throw a knife down quick. But
That's
there's
a lot
also
quieter
there's
than
there's the nerves and everything and like everything. I feel it, but
yeah.
I'm like I feel like I'm just
did
surprised
want
that you didn't get it. That's
these,
all.
how loud are these? Okay, those are pretty quiet.
The cages. If someone's on the helm, they'll hear you.
hear it.
They will hear you, but
It
otherwise,
really was the
probably not.
noise I was worried about a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty loud.
Stella Boys I got away with because we were usually in a fight, but
Yeah,
medium
we're an
loud.
active crew. We're an active.
Lot of
Our crew. There's one thing you gotta know is our crew is very adamant about doing our jobs. We're very on our jobs.
Except for watching for spy objectives, clearly.
Well, but that's the thing though. Is like that's how much we're on our jobs. We're not even really paying attention to fucking those things. It's hard to be getting supplies and then looking at, especially on that giant ass island, like going over every barrel. Like holy shit, that is a job.
that island was great.
Yeah, I checked a few barrels, but I didn't check. Like, I wasn't watching him.
Yeah.
So
I
know
had my suspicion based on the first, or like the one firework that we found. There's something
Dude,
else.
I was in fact on the second cannon with that last firework though.
That's what got you for me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I literally hopped off, looked, saw where
So
everyone was, went back, and then he said that. And I thought you said it was on the 3rd one, and I was like, it's snow then.
No,
and then
I
he was
should
like,
have.
wait a
I should
second.
have. It's when I loaded it into the cannon. I ran downstairs, grabbed cannons, came back, hopped on the 3rd cannon.
Yeah.
And I guess I should have just loaded the 3rd cannon. But
Yeah, you should have. That would have made me way more suspect on snow.
Goo.
Oh, 100%. What's up?
I did the same thing you did, where like when that fight was happening, we were shooting the sloop, and
Yeah.
I'm counting the shots. Like I'm like, okay, based on the frequency of the cannon, I know how long it takes to load a cannonball.
Yes,
So like I'm like, okay, all 4 of us are shooting. I jumped off the
you were
cannon, took a
counting
step
those.
back. Well, no, I wasn't like counting, but I'm just like, okay, we're
Just being
shooting
aware
cannonballs
of the
really
shots.
quickly.
Uh-huh.
This has got to be all 4 of us shooting. I'm like, okay, all 4 of us are right here. Because if I was the spy in that moment, I'm like, all 3 of them are actively shooting something. I'm turning off these lanterns front of the ship
100%.
or so, you know, like
What
I'm
I
doing
was doing
something right
during-
now.
yeah, when I was doing that
100%.
time, I was shooting mine slower, so I'd be last to go grab refills.
Oh,
So I could use the and then just we never got to that point. so.
gotcha. Well,
like-
I jumped off the cannon and then looked and made a mental list. Like in my head, I was
Right.
like, goo, Sam, snow. just so I
That's
know
it, yeah, that's what
to
I.
see if one shows up later. And then one showed up later, and my list was Goo, Sam, Snow, and Goo goes, then it's Snow, because it's this. Then I'm like, fuck, did I like transpose their names in my head and I didn't have it right? Like I was about to be like,
Yeah,
Slam Dunk is Sam. I saw him on the cannon.
That's so funny. Yeah, that was a big like spy game, but like that
Solid
that, that
game.
makes me like off ship. I might need to be a little tighter. I
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
real.
Check
Yeah.
all
Apparently.
barrels, no matter if you've checked them before, they're gonna be
Not
there.
even like necessarily tighter in the sense of like I need to be like following somebody super hard, but just tighter in the sense of like looking at barrels more carefully, I guess, and just being
Right.
like, what's this? What's that? Because I'm trying to find more
I was
DNA
literally
evidence.
following someone around, dumping like I would dump one and then
That's another tough thing is when you spread them around, it's harder to like know whether something was there or not.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
So
Snow, when
my
you and
goal
I
with
were on
that- my goal with
Daggertooth,
that-
I was so sure I was gonna catch you like pounding a grog and refilling it in the tavern, or like dumping like when the last like 3 or 4 barrels that you went and touched before you went and caught the mermaid. I went and checked them before I mermed.
I thought you
I
mermed
was
first.
so sure. I know. That's why I said I did.
Oh,
That's so funny.
Oh,
Set him up.
sneaky. That could have got you there.
I was like,
Only.
there's 11 minutes left. I could do something like this.
see, that's the thing where like it's gonna screw me over when I'm playing like spy because I play super confident, like I know what I'm doing is right when I'm crew. So then when I
Yes.
play spy, I'm like gonna be more unsure. But like I'm just
That's
like
the-
I don't care
mentally
if I
is
get
tough.
caught with anything because it's like you can suss me, but I'm crew. But I play like that to almost make it like I try to make it like a little bit entertaining so that people don't know, because I feel like if you play like you could play this like super like everyone's doing their job, no one's jumping when they don't have to, and it'd be really
Yeah.
tough for the spy.
Dude, the no call out cannon launches was insane.
But that's why I do
No,
it,
that's-
because I'm like I don't want it to be like a super policed gaming experience.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Especially in the solos.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like I'll do ship checks sometimes, and I don't mention it. Like, there's also like a certain point where it's like, it's kind of like what he's saying. Like, the game doesn't need to be totally policed. It's like sometimes you gotta just do some stuff. Because I'll tell you what. If I'm spy, sometimes I'm gonna be like, I'm doing a ship check. I'm doing this. I'm gonna give you fucking everything that you want to hear, and that's gonna just if you allow the policing. If you allow the policing to be too much, the only way to punish it as the spy is to just police back.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you start confusing people. So it's like when Snow leaves, it's like I don't mind that he doesn't say it sometimes, but we'll just call him out. And in this sense, it's like if Snow's gonna be sus like this, at the very least, now it's hard. Like you don't want to metagame games, but it's hard not to take like prior games into example. So it's like now. If Snow's spy and he's being super sus, I'm like, I don't know if this is 100% like him being a spy or not based off of that. I need actual concrete evidence instead
Yeah,
of just how you're playing the game.
I'm not terribly worried about like the behavior of someone. I'm worried about
Yes.
you couldn't have turned off those lanterns for a
Exactly.
fact. You know,
Yes,
like I
exactly.
need stuff like that.
How you play
Otherwise,
the
it's
game is up
guesswork.
to you. Yeah, how you play the game is
I
up to you.
wish that I hadn't turned off those lanterns, Goo, when you were off the ship. Cause
I mean,
felt
that's
like
all
there was
good.
an amount
That's all
of
good.
You had
sus on
you
me,
did
but
you say that, but we didn't brig you until the last 3 minutes of
Yeah.
the game, and even then, it wasn't a slam dunk. We're like, man, I'm pretty sure it's Sam, but I don't know.
I don't. There. Yeah. I didn't
Meanwhile,
have
you're
enough
like, man,
things
I
that
got 58
found.
points. I'm chilling.
See, you haven't played very much recently. Like you'll get back into it, obviously, but like
If
lately
if
there's
you
been
rusty,
a
I'm terrified.
there's a lot of self-reporting that's been happening recently.
Yes.
Like,
I mean,
and that's where I was like, J-Man totally went and did a self-report on those lanterns because I
That's
saw Sam
brain
on
exactly.
the wheel. And I'm like, there's no way. And then when J-Man started sussing me for the lanterns, and I'm like, okay, it's gotta be him.
no, I never touched the wheel during the time I was only on cannons.
you're-
and I was going in and
I
out.
was about
I
to say, I'm-
swore I saw you on the wheel.
This is the classic
Good
no
man, I was-
nameplates and just like memory getting the best of you, bro. Sam, we had a game, hot sauce. My man's 100% confirmed. Fucking J-Man opening the fucking bird cages. He was so set that he thought he ruined the gaming experience because it happened within like the first 5-8 minutes of the game. He was like, guys, I don't want to say it because this is.
He's
just,
like, I don't want to ruin the
it's
game.
done.
We're gonna have to.
I don't want to ruin the
re-roll."
game. We're gonna have to redo
But I
this whole
saw
thing.
J-Man turn off the lanterns. I'm
And
like,
it wasn't J-Man.
bro, it's
Oh,
not.
dude,
I was not the
rude.
spy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
and it's like it completely sent the whole game south because of that analysis.
it was our first
So-
game with the parrot cages too, and I went and did them, and I didn't realize you
Uh-huh.
could hear them so loudly from the
So
helm.
loud.
So it's that loud from Helm, really?
It's pretty.
I
go
didn't
stand on
think it
Helm, I'll
was.
see it
I'm
for
up,
you.
I'm up here.
I didn't think it
Oh.
was, but it.
That is loud. That's louder than I feel like it actually is just doing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably. Let me see. Let me
And
try.
that's, I mean, that right there is exactly why I didn't do them.
Oh,
I did
yeah,
not
it's
know the
loud.
level of
It's
noise
really
that they
loud.
make. I was, lanterns are a lot quieter.
Lanterns are the
Yeah, no
ultimate
kidding.
in DNA fucking exonerations.
You can 50-50 them. I think 10.5.5s are one of the hardest ones. They're hardest ones to catch.
They're
Yeah.
the hardest ones to catch if
Don't
you're
do
not
that.
in somebody's pocket. If you're
Yeah.
not in somebody's pocket, it's very difficult.
But that's why I'm like, I'm okay with that, but the pogs, that's where I'm like, what the hell? Like, why didn't...
You
But
I'm
if
gonna
you-
I'm gonna
if you
rewatch my VOD and be like, did I ever see you in the captains? Like,
if you can pull off lights while enough people are on the ships, it's
Mhm.
hard to 50-50 it. Just because it's like bang bang, they're quiet, nobody knows. See you later. And then all of a sudden, 5 people. The amount of times people don't notice shit for fucking 2 hours. Like, I bet you had that water down there for how long before we fucking found it?
I know. I just did that.
Oh, there you go. But like in my head, I was like, I don't know how long has that water been there. There's no, there's no fingerprints on it, though. Yeah, like sometimes you do get caught out with the lights, where it's just like now you've created a 50-50 scenario for somebody because, you like if J-Man knows for a fact that those lights are not on.
Still full T-pose. By the way.
I knew
then I
they were
left.
on. Like, I knew they were on when I went down there the first time to reload, and you were
Yeah,
off the
I figured
ship.
someone had done a check
Yeah.
between now and then.
Yeah.
But like at that point, I was already clear of you. I was
Yes,
playing
at
off
that
like you were
point.
my 80% just because you were being funny and getting upset.
Yeah, this was actually out of his ass, so out of
That is
pocket.
half of my comments were simply to upset you, Goo.
That's good. That's I want that. I want that. That's fun.
I don't know. I was in your camp through the whole time. I was like, man, he's putting in work.
I showed up today. I showed up to play on 150
Really did.
ping. I showed up to play.
Damn right.
You really did.
And I had J-Man so clear until he freaking like you leaving the meat on the stove, like
I had
little things
genuine
like
access.
that.
I
Little
genuine
things.
access. That's
J-Man does a
fully-
lot of
full on-
those. That's
I
a
know
lot
that's
of
how you
ADHD
play, but
moment
like,
where-
man, it's so one of those things where it's like, did he do it on purpose or was it an accident? Like, I don't know how to tell.
It's so often I'll
I'll be
slap
through
meat
it,
on the
yeah.
stove and then run around and do other stuff because I have a
Yeah.
mental clock in my head of how long it takes. But that time I just forgot. I got on the island. I got distracted doing other things.
Yeah, I don't mind jumping into like the behaviors a bit, just because it's like, it's fun, but I don't have a lot of stake in it.
We still
No,
have
but
that
it
lava
definitely,
devilfish.
it forces people. That was indeed.
But,
I was trying to
but
tell you at
that's
one point,
that's
but,
like where
I-
like the biggest thing that I'm trying to catch with those is like the unique objectives because they're so odd sometimes. So I'm like, what is that? What is that part of your thing right now? You know, like, are you trying to burn food? Are you trying to burn three fucking pork chops? Like, what's going on?
That's what
I
I'm
don't know.
saying. Like,
Oh, they increase
it's little
the
things like that
all
where it's like,
Just the little
was it
things.
intentional? Because it really could be.
Oh, Sam, where are you?
right
Come
here.
here, my friend.
Wolf is up.
Please hold while I figure out my keyboard. Ah!
Aha! Oh, fancy.
What's that?
Guild invite.
Purveyors of mischief.
Oh, very nice.
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
I
Go ahead and
believe
join, my boy.
I believe I did.
I
Yeah,
didn't know you
it's,
could do
it's
that.
tough though. It's tough.
So now you can join on us whenever we do Spyrate
Okay.
Games. You just go to the guild.
This man's burning meat again. Burning banana.
Not even me. He's just burning a banana.
I want
man.
to see how
Banana
long it
stove.
takes.
I want to get
Oh,
like an
to
actual
set it on
fight.
fire.
I can't believe
Yeah.
this man got
Get
fucking
comfortable. It's
6
it's
hogs
it's
off
minutes
the
and
fucking
minutes.
back. That is crazy.
No, just five.
That's either way. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Of
the most
course
I've
it
ever
is.
gotten.
That pile was stacking up so much in here.
Of course,
I felt like
of course.
there's nothing I could do about it.
No, it's too easy to get treasure. So easy to get treasure.
And it's really hard to sink.
Yeah, it's hard for us to sync unless
Yeah, I
we
was
run into like
considering a
absolute lords.
egg play at some point, but I knew that probably just oust me immediately.
All right, so do we
Lord.
take a few minutes and discuss like should we increase the penalties for sinking in solos?
No, I don't think increasing the penalty or whatever. I think we just decrease. I mean, at the moment, pogs are 1 point, and that's kind of like the stepping stone for the rest of the game. If a pog in the captains is 1 point,
Yes.
then you base everything else in the game based on that.
Yeah.
I think we do really. I mean, we did pretty well getting a lot of different pogs that game. Usually we get somewhere between 50 and 80 pogs in a round.
Okay.
So then it's you as a spy are trying to counteract the points that we get on top of that to keep us below the 100-point threshold to win the game.
I think
Okay.
like
So that's
It might be worth-
is to keep below 100 in this case.
Yes.
Okay.
And not for any mathematical reason or scientific reason, just because we chose 100 just as a starting point, as a threshold to see if it feels right.
Okay.
And so far, it feels pretty close.
Right. I mean, a spy win is going to be difficult. Period.
yeah,
oh, yeah.
in this mode it's difficult.
And
feel like
we try not to tweak it too hard or change the game too
Yeah.
hard because we don't want it to be terribly different from two-man galleys, which is the
No, I mean, this feels like
intended
a
playstyle.
pretty good.
Yes.
Like even as a two-man galley, this feels pretty nice.
Well, we put in a lot of work to make it like this.
Yeah. I definitely like the food system and the all of the
Thresholds
supply
and stuff. It's cool.
for thresholds to get more points. That just
I think-
encourages you to really be looking for them rather than just having a bare minimum one.
I think
in
it's a
the crow's
little too
nest.
generous at the moment.
I think we could
yeah.
decrease it from 2 points to 1 point per threshold. I think.
I could do that.
Just because it's like
It's
it
just
seems
adding
like right
bonus on top of things is what
yeah,
it is.
it's like then it really makes you be like, hey, we really want to have 400 cannons to get 2 points, because like you should be able to realistically with a
At the
storage
moment,
rate.
it's 100 planks and 100 food for 2 points. So it's
Yeah.
every 50. But I mean, you don't get points for 50. You have to get points every 100.
Yes.
And right now it's every 200 cannonballs,
Yeah.
10 chain shots, and 20 fireworks.
Yeah.
I think the
10
fire.
chain shots is well, I don't know if we have chain shots. Do we have chain shots?
We have some
We have 29 chain shots. I feel like that can be increased.
to like 15.
The reason why we have 29 chain shots is because we only ever shot 4, and we sank a bunch of ships which had them on them. And when we got a
Yeah.
few from islands and stuff.
Fortunately, like there's
in a
just
round
no
where
way
there's more
to-
PvP, you're gonna burn through
Yeah.
your chain shots.
You'll burn through
Okay,
it
that's
easier. Yeah. It's just some games are different. You have to account for like the oddity. Like on this one, I would say like this was a relatively low player ship server. We usually find more. Not that they're any.
We only
Not
found
that they're
3.
any like harder or anything. They're
Obviously,
usually
great
about the
find
same. But
every
we usually find brigs. All that. I had a fucking spy game where
We
they found
never-
fucking like 5 brigs.
Never
What
found
the
fucking
fuck?
brigs.
Brigs and fucking sloops. It was like non-stop
I
airships.
went yesterday and I was incredibly surprised.
I think the rule set is not bad at all where it is. Like maybe you could like reduce some. Like maybe like the only thing I would really change would be like the thresholds, maybe dropping it from 2 per, because then you're like getting to like 4 a lot
So,
of the times. Maybe
I'll
just 1
up instead of dropping the points to
or
1
up the
per threshold.
thresholds.
I'll up the thresholds.
Yeah.
So the math will work out a little bit differently, but you'll get points less often.
Yes.
How much
So
would,
like up it by 50 or something, right?
yeah.
So I'm thinking
I think the cannons are fine where they're at. It's tough to
100
get
food, 200 planks, 200 cannons, 20 chain shots, and 30 fireworks.
Yeah, that works.
So just to clarify, you have to hit all of these to get your threshold, or
Yes, you
e-
have to. You have to. No, you don't have to hit all of them. Just individually, you have to hit
Okay.
per individual threshold.
So-
Every for every 10 chain shots you have in your barrels and on in your crew at the end of the game, you
Okay,
get 2
2
points.
okay, gotcha. That's cool.
But I think now it's where I'm doubling it, so it's gonna be 20 chain shots.
You either do 20 or with the chain shots, because like you're saying, like sometimes when you go through them a lot, you could just go to like 15, like a nice happy medium. So then
It
you
won't be
need
It shouldn't be a
30.
big deal if you don't hit your. I mean, the point of adding points here is just to make supplies worth considering, not to
Yes.
make them a strategy. You know,
That's also true. Yeah, that makes sense.
because
Either way,
if you have a shitload of supplies, what's the spy gonna do about that?
the only thing he can really do is try to keep dumping or
I mean, yeah, Tim
like,
5 not gonna
Sink
keep
your
up with
ship, but that's
Yeah,
really
no,
hard.
or
how many
sink your
people
ship.
grabbing supplies.
or if you have some crazy ability to grab the storage crate and rip a bunch of supplies out and then
Which
dump
I think
it.
is doable. I
That would be-
really think is
Minnie
doable.
talked about doing that, and I hadn't
It's
considered that.
doable.
That's a really, really smart thing to do. Imagine like in the
Doable.
middle of like us doing a
Hard,
quest or
but
whatever.
doable. Yeah.
He grabs the storage crate off the captain's quarters and dumps all the food into it.
That's
it
what
would
I
take
was
a
gonna
long
do it
time,
on
it'd be
my
hard to
spy
do.
game, but you
Yeah,
could
but
take
they
you could take
do
half the
it
barrel.
every
You don't even
time.
have to take all of it, but you could take half the barrel, go and throw it off. That's why I don't think
Yeah.
you should announce when you're dropping your storage crates. Like I don't think we should make that announce. Like metagame that.
I don't think you. I don't
Well,
think
it's
you have
certainly
to.
not a
Sometimes you
rule.
don't. It's
Yeah.
definitely not a rule. It's all just
It
like
depends on how communicative you want to be in that moment.
it would be the same as you not
But,
announcing you're shooting off. You
but
don't
do we
have to.
normalize
Not
it or do we
announcing you're
not
shooting,
normalize
not-
it? That's a thing. Because we
Not
can like,
announcing you're doing
Normalize
ship
just
check.
dropping stuff.
well, just be like,
I'd say
hey,
so.
what do you mean? Like say
Say,
something
like,
yes or
I'd
no?
go back to
If
your business
someone
and
dumps
actually,
a storage crate and they didn't say anything, I'm not gonna be
That's
sussed
not
out by
gonna.
that.
I'll throw some shade.
like, obviously keep an eye on this.
Yeah, it's fine. I just know like the
one
one spy game you played because I watched your spy game, Goo.
Yeah.
Little shout out.
Oh, thank you. Oh, okay.
But like you announced every time you dropped a storage crate, and like that's fine. But I think like
Yes.
that's also like you were also under like Minnie was right on top of ship checks and everything, so I felt like you had
Minnie
to.
was just not letting me have any free time on the ship at all.
Yeah, you couldn't get any ship stuff done. But like that's kind of where
It's
like
insane.
I would rather give up the bigger spy games to have that freedom for the discussion and chaos. Is kind of my thought process of it. I think it makes for better content.
Yeah, like again, like I don't know if it like making a rule that you don't announce it. Like it's
I'm
like
not
you
saying
can
a
if you want
rule,
to.
but like just normalizing to where it's like we expect you to drop it. I guess you could go by crew basis, but
Because it's the same thing as like when I put supplies in the barrels. I don't always announce I'm putting supplies in the barrels. Like you don't have to. Like sometimes I can be like, oh, I'm putting supplies in the barrels.
yeah.
What were you doing? Well, I dumped the storage crate off. If you want to give that information, feel
It's
free.
really just the first, yeah. Like
It's really up to you. I don't think it's not a thing that I would. I like it as a potential tool, as like if you are a spy, because hilariously enough, the guy who was making my job the hardest was Minnie, and he was not sure it was me. He was very sure it wasn't me
Yeah, I know.
because I was using the, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, giving him all the information he wants.
He was on hot sauce.
And then he was on hot sauce because of that. And J-Man, he was on me. He knew.
It's it's worth mentioning in those situations, the more the crew is looking inward at who the spy is and they're spending all their brain power and time and effort trying to figure out who the spy is, they're not earning points.
That's what I like. That like, not to play my cards, but that's how I like to play spy like that.
Yeah.
It's like if you're, it's obviously hard to because like sometimes it's like you can't get the thing to happen. You're like, oh, I don't have the time to like hit these lights, or it's hard to get some stuff. But I like to leave more DNA evidence in the sense of lights and things like that because it gets people forcibly talking to some degree. And if you're worried about fucking lights being turned off, or if you're worried about like fireworks in these cannons too much, you have less time to worry about getting points because you're
Yeah,
too
it gives
busy
you
being like, what the fuck is going on right now? You could potentially if you were some sort of like master manipulator, you could get 20 points, 25 points, and the crew can walk out with a crisp 90 points, and you can win the game because they're too rattled about what's happening to
Yo,
like
Goo, come over
actually
here.
D up.
Actually, all of
get
you come over here if you haven't gotten this achievement yet.
Where you at?
There's
you?
there's a violin on the floor in here, and if you inspect it, you get an
Violin on the
achievement
floor, What?
Where that?
here in the equipment,
Where that?
right here on the floor.
Oh, look at this. Look at that. I'm a musical family member. Let's go.
That's one of the
Oh, nice.
many
Yeah, no,
many
I've done all of them good stuff.
Oh, okay.
I hated doing all of those. Dude.
Oh, it's a good
Blooms.
time.
Oh yeah,
I
I kind of
agree.
wanna throw that by you too, J-Man, just because like within my game, like
Mhm.
I was unsure if it would be similar to the fire situation where it's like, do you count if I throw 1 bucket of water? Do I have to
Oh,
wait until it's found to be rewatered, similar to the fire situation?
yes. Normally.
Oh, do you?
What's the question? Sorry.
Because like in my game,
Yeah,
I was
I only got
saucing all the water in the world because we were on that island. So would
In that case, I only got 2 buckets, not 3.
How many
would
did you
that
throw in
count?
there, like on the ship already, Goo?
It's just like Pogs dropped. You can do it. You can spam it if you can keep getting away with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no, not quite, because this one's different. Because like if you throw 13 buckets of water, I'm pretty sure you
No one
only scoop
knows.
one out of the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's fine. It's number of times that you dumped your. But you do have to get. You can't pick up the water from your ship and put it right back. So
That's the thing.
if
Well, I
you're
know, but,
doing it,
like-
I'll demonstrate it.
But like you
Uh,
can't just go like, because you could do this when people are looting and literally do this for 5 minutes, and if no one catches you, then you just get a bunch of points like this. And
yeah,
that's
yeah, you
that's
gotta
not
climb
really.
the ladder every time.
Well, like even so, the one
Like, you
rule
can't-
to make
okay,
sure that you
so-
can't is that it's only like 1 bucket that you pull out. So not make it like the buckets that you put in, but the buckets that you can pull out.
So the way the buckets are supposed to work is you're supposed to bucket it, climb
Yeah.
onto the ship, toss it onto the ship, jump back down into the water, grab a, like, you can't just sit in the ocean and continually dunk.
But you
That
could-
was a,
Okay.
I want to say that was something we discussed a long time ago.
Well,
It
the
came up at
the
some
best way to or like to make it the best rule is to do it like, okay, so when you bucket one water onto the ship, how many buckets are you pulling out? So if you
You
bucket
only
like
ever
yeah,
get one, like no matter how much
Ocean
you
water
put
and
on.
ship. Not our buckets are created equal, is what
Yes,
Snow is
yeah,
saying.
yes.
If we were sinking, and I go down and bucket the water in our own ship, I pull way more water out than if I jump in the ocean, grab that bucket, and then dump it on the boat.
Yes.
well yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, but yeah, but like,
play
so
it
if you
where-
throw 13 buckets onto the ship from the ocean, even if you're climbing up the ladder, it only counts as the 1 bucket that's pulled out as 1 bucket of water on the ship.
Like in your bucket.
Yeah,
You would only notice that there's 1 bucket done.
yeah,
So there's
because like
only- so
from
you
a-
can only do it once, and then you have to wait
Wait.
until your ship is
That-
entirely dry before you
it's
can do it
either
again.
we
yeah, because
That's
like
what I'm
play
asking.
like
from
that
from a
or just,
crewmate's
you know,
perspective,
pay attention.
you only get 1 bucket of water. So the spy only bucketed 1 bucket onto your ship. Because then there's there's
I
no way of
fundamentally disagree because the action the spy is taking is purposefully dumping water out of their bucket onto their own boat, and the action of doing that is worth points. I don't think it's the
It's more the
the-
idea that the crew can't tell just how many buckets.
yeah,
have been
and
put in.
that's kind of where
Yeah,
I'm
but that's-
trying.
but
But,
that's
like,
fine. and
imagine if-
I don't expect the spy to lie about it.
But like imagine if
Yeah.
you're playing with people who don't understand that. Like like the game mechanics that we're trying to think of. Like how do you make it foolproof so that it's safe for everyone? So a new player can't be
What do
like,
you mean safe
okay,
for everyone?
well, like a new player, they can't just be like, hey, I'm bucketing, like that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Like let's say I did that 5 times. They think they get 10 points. But then a crew trying to figure out who the spy is goes down. They only bucket 1, and they're like, okay, the spy bucketed 1 bucket of water onto the ship.
Right, and then at the end of the game, the spy would say, "No, I did it 5 times."
Yeah, and how do you prove that without a stream? So the way to stop that from happening is to be like, okay, it has to be picked up by the crew in 1 bucket in order for it to count as 1 bucket.
Well, how do you prove they
Yeah,
drank
I
your
guess
grog?
We're worried about.
I'm
Well-
not worried about people we play with lying. This
Yeah.
is just a fun game we play with the homies. If you're lying in that, you got bigger problems.
I get that, but
I
like
think
as a sense, it's just like a grog's a little different because it's a minute and a half. It's more detectable, but like something like that, I don't know.
I think in
I think
the
it's
sense
something.
of
Go ahead.
what we're talking about, I tend to agree. Like before, I was kind of leaning towards more of like how we do with the fire situation, where it's like because the fire is so simple with like most people what they're doing is they're gonna hold 5 flames and then or whatever, and then they throw 3 from the brig and like that's 3. It's like it seems a little cheesy in that sense, but with a bucket, the actual act of climbing up, dumping, I think it's akin to dumping supplies. It's akin to, it's like how we didn't catch any fucking supply dumps yet. There's how many that are dumped, right? Like that would be like the equivalent of saying like you have to find that supply dump in order to do another one.
So, I think
So
it's
I would
something
say
that
that you
definitely
should.
revisit in the case of like a bunch of new people joining the game and worrying about, we don't know these people, we don't necessarily trust these people to play honestly and things like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it
as
just.
long as they're doing the work, I think it should count. You should be able to count all your buckets. It's just like, don't leave your ship unattended for that long.
Well, I just think from a crew's perspective that you want to
Yeah, I
like
get
it's
it, 'cause
kind of
it's
like
like-
lanterns where they're like because you can go and you could turn off lanterns, turn them back on, and no one can prove that you've done that. And even from a
Right,
crew
like you-
perspective, like you almost need to be able to find some of the spy stuff before the spy
Yes.
keeps doing it. Like supplies is different because you can see the supplies going down. So if you're not looking at your numbers, then that's on the crew. But like buckets, you can't tell how many of the buckets they threw over. A pog you can see because you can go out to your back and you can see, hey, look, there's 5 pogs in the ocean. We could tell the spy dumped 5 pogs. So
But
from
we didn't. Did you see
But
the
we
5
didn't
pogs?
see 'em.
no,
Yeah,
but
as far as I'm aware, from my POV, Sam could be lying. I saw 2 sets of lanterns. I saw 5 pineapples, and I saw. What else did we see?
but like I'm just
The
saying from
grog
like
in the brig and whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm taking him at his word. I just think he has the integrity that he wouldn't lie about.
But I'm not
that.
saying it just as lying. I'm saying it too, just like something that the crew can detect. Because if the crew can't detect that there's 3 buckets in the bottom of the ship, because they only pull out 1, I think it should count as 1 bucket. Like it should be like a lantern, and you need to find it as a crew before you can keep getting points and dumping
I'm
water
down.
onto the ship.
I'm down. I'm not opposed to it.
Like if that makes sense. That's how I feel it should be. Because like you don't want to have like an avenue where, like, because it could be something where you can farm those points if you wanted to.
Ocean
That's
water in our version. I forgot
cool.
that this was true with me and my friends. Ocean water, a bucket of ocean water is just a singular point. It's not 2 points in our version. So even if you were gonna spam it, it would cut that in half. I think
Yeah,
if you could do this, like what I'm doing, on the ladder, you jump, you climb the ladder, on the boat, jump off, bucket, climb the ladder, on the boat.
Yeah.
That right there is loud. It's very obvious, and it's weird ass behavior. And if each of those passes is worth 1 point, are you gonna do this and assume that and take the risk of getting caught? Because you're worried about like how many times it's possible that the crew could see the evidence of you dropping it. I think it's a
Yes.
beautiful thing to be like at the end of a game. All right, break the news. How many grogs? How many pogs dropped? How many 1055s? Because you can get away with stuff and be like completely scot-free. Like as a spy, that's a great
It's a
feeling to
beautiful
have. But be like, dude, I got away with that, and they have no idea. Like even from a content perspective, if you see, if
A
like
spy
for
just
example, if someone is
yucking.
recording and they're the spy, then you edit that in, and the viewers are gonna be like, yo, they had no idea until the end of the game that those 2 ashen chests were dropped off the back of the boat in the middle of that skelly fight.
For me, that's what sells it. I'm like, I don't mind it. I think but like keeping the utility, it's like you have to go off the water, climb up, and then drop it into the ship. Like it can't be just like off
It makes it
here
risky enough for this
and hucked in.
See,
I
don't.
would absolutely advocate for the buckets to individually be worth 1 point.
I would be fine with that if we want to do 1 point, and then it mitigates some of the damage that you can do with like dropping multiples. Like you being able to pull off more than 1, like I don't think there's a lot of games where buckets get done like 10 times ever. It's not easy.
Because even in a situation where we're worried about someone, bringing up a bunch of buckets, what's more likely than someone doing that is someone walking to the crows, which we've to the captains, which we've already established. You're gonna have dozens of pogs and just dumping, grabbing a pog, dumping, grabbing a pog, dumping. It might even be faster than
It's way faster.
yeah.
Yeah.
Way faster.
A little more risk because there's, they're pretty visible, but
And it's one of those like Hail Mary moves where like you need to be on your crew, because in a situation where you're in the late game and there's one person alone on the boat and that person's not exonerated, they could be doing insane spy work right now. Turning off every lantern, dumping pogs, dropping the rowboat, opening
hey,
parrot
man, if I
cages.
knew that you weren't somewhere on the ship.
That's fine. I
Oh,
like
yeah,
I
right.
would do it the opposite personally, but like I'm fine with running it however. Like I think
There's a little complication with your how many buckets is it when you remove them, like the quantity, the volume of ship water. Because if the spy buckets water onto their own boat and you're in combat, you're taking water. So is the spy forbidden from dumping another bucket
Because the ship water.
during until the ship is dry? Because you can't verify the number of buckets that you have taken out of the ship due to damage and the number of buckets you've taken out due to spy activity.
Well, see, that would be the way the way it would work there is if you were in a situation like that, every bucket that you bucket out, the spy would be putting back in essentially. So then it would be like
The
you would
spy would be
never
putting
you
back
would
in.
never
What do you
get
mean?
your water level down as a crewmate if it was one person bucketing out, one person bucketing in. Because
The-
There's also
when you
holes
when
in
you
the
grab
ship.
ship water, it removes a much higher quantity of water from the boat than if you grab ocean water and splash it in. If a spy runs to the bottom deck and scoops up ship water and then puts it back, that's not points.
well, yes, but like one bucket of ship water still fills up one full bucket. Like you don't get. It's not like you get half a bucket from the bottom. This is the way like I see it as. Like, I don't know. I see it like I said. I'm fine with running it. However, I just always thought of it more as like a lantern, where it's something where it's like, okay, it needs to be identified, removed, and then that's when it's done. And if you do it in combat, yeah, it counts. But people are going to hear you in combat because generally your crew's on ships, so it's a little bit higher risk to run it during combat. But if you could pull it off during combat, yeah, bucket as much as you want back onto the ship.
I'd say it's way easier during combat because there's people bucketing and backsplashes happen, and
Backsplashes
the
happen,
game
so-
doesn't render water across clients. Like I could backsplash, or I could throw water out of the boat through the grates or whatever, but on your screen it backsplashed. Like
Yeah, but the
water
backslash
level in the
doesn't
boat
count
doesn't
as.
go up.
But that doesn't count as
Well, no, but
points,
like
though.
it you just.
But if
you're
I
not
see
hearing the
someone
splash.
backsplash, I'm like, yo, that was ocean water. I just saw you dump water on the boat.
Yeah, but I guess if you're like, the thing is getting from the ship the water from the ocean onto the ship. That's the tough part.
Right.
That's the thing. I think I'm to me, or I'm in line with is in the J-Man's analysis. I think it makes more sense to allow it, and I really don't see a bucket play happening where you're getting 20 buckets. It's not gonna happen.
I don't think you get
Long
20
time.
buckets, but like I just think from like a crew's perspective, like
I get
yeah,
what you're saying from a
we
crew's
should be able to
perspective, but-
identify spy objectives or spy points
But, like,
visibly.
There's so many things that like you cannot identify already. So it's like at that point, do you get rid of those things because of that nature, or is it like it's the same thing? It's like if it's raining on the ship, you've dumped a bucket of water. Now it's rained. You don't know. It's gone. That evidence is gone.
Yeah,
But you
the
did
rain.
in fact bucket it.
The rain screws it up.
Yeah, the rain.
The rain, or say you bucketed it, nobody noticed because they didn't bother looking downstairs. We fight a skelly ship, bang, we get hit once, or we're our classic selves.
We ram
hitting
an
a-
island.
Ram an island, bang, all of a sudden there's water. Oh, was there water down here because of a bucket? No, we took this. I'll just, as a spy, oh no, we just hit this. Bam, you
The
have
third one was
no
exactly that.
clue. It is now gone.
So-
You'll never know. At least with the fire, it's very obvious that fire is not happening unless it's like lightning.
Okay, yep, that's fair enough. We should establish these curse cannonball rules though before we play
I like
another
the
game.
simplicity and the uniqueness that comes with keeping them hush hush. So if you find a cursed cannonball in a barrel somewhere, you pocket that knowing that it's points
yeah.
for whichever side you're on for the rest of the game, and you're not required to put it in a barrel or anything like that, because it's another one of those like mystery reveals at the end. All right, let me see your curse balls. How many curse balls we got?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like, I think I'd be fine with either just allowing you, if you find it, you don't have to give it up. You don't have to tell anybody, or we just do like a thing where it's like if there's not at least like one in there or something, then you have to hold them, because it almost feels like if we as a crew have to put them there, it's like guaranteed that the spy can just yoink them. But it is nice to have that evidence that like, oh, these have been yoinked.
So what I brought up to J-Man, I brought up to J-Man, like what I was thinking is like, when you find a cursed cannonball, you need to verbally claim that there's like you found one, but every player is allowed to hold one cannonball, but the spy is allowed to hold as many as they want.
Right.
So if you like, because the chances of you finding 5 cursed cannonballs are pretty rare, but like that would open up a discussion. Okay, who do we give it to? Who do we think is the most exonerated player to hold the cursed cannonball?
Oh, just like you have to verbalize that you have one, but that's it.
Yeah, so you
Like, you don't have to
go
put it
like it
away.
has to go into the barrel. Then you talk about who gets to hold it.
At some point, if you want to.
I'm not opposed to it conceptually. I'm opposed to it because it's adding a layer of complication to the Spyrate games that
Yes.
we're trying to
Mitigate.
reduce. Yeah, we're trying to make it as palatable as possible. And if we can trim out these intricacies with different rules, then I think we should. Which is why I'm like, keep the curse balls.
And these are all kind of rules you gotta verbally.
Keep the curse
explain
balls
to people
simple.
as well.
If the ocean water if it's ocean water and you dump it, that's 1. If you drink the grog, that's 1. If you drop the pog, that's 1. Doesn't matter what the pog is. Doesn't matter if anybody finds it or not. Doesn't matter if it comes back onto the boat. If
But
you
like,
dumped
remember
it,
when I talked
that's
about
fine.
like the whole helm thing, like in that scenario? Because I remember like us talking about this in the past, and that's where I brought up like, okay, so what if you're in a situation where you're one of the helmsmen? Because we don't switch up the helms very much. Like lots of games we play, we have the same few people on helm. So it's like if you're a spy and you're one of the helms guy, then what are your chances and your probability of acquiring a cursed cannonball unless they're put in barrels and divvied up? Your chances are rare versus someone who's shooting off to islands or skeleton ships and finding
Valid
them.
point.
But I think to that argument is that not all spy games are created equally, and there's other avenues there should be enough avenues for you to explore to get other points.
I suppose so, yeah. Like I totally get that. I was just wondering, like,
Yeah.
because you could make
But
it where
I hear what
yeah.
you're saying. Yeah, it's like if somebody's stuck on this, but at the same time, like I feel like we have a lot of games where everyone hops off the ship and we do a fucking big skelly thing. It's like there's opportunities, just maybe not you jumping onto like a skelly ship, perhaps. But I feel like sometimes we don't even like. I feel like this is the first time we've D'd up. Like I've jumped over to a skelly ship and D'd up in a while, and you know what? I didn't find a single fucking cursed cannonball. A little peeved by that. So.
I feel like we do
yeah.
a pretty good job of swapping our roles throughout the game. Not
Throughout the
necessarily
game,
like
yeah.
I'm the helm this game and next game I won't be. It's like, okay, I was helm from this island to that fort, but then after the fort, Sam was on the helm, and then
Okay.
after
Yeah.
Sam was on the helm for a second, then Goo ran up to fix our.
I
He was
even
on helm
helmed a
in
little
the middle
bit.
of a fight.
Can I
If someone
interrupt for a
notices,
Pretty
second
good
though?
about being.
So the only problem with this is like we also have to make rules for the future of the game too. So if we play with an 8-man, we need to have rules in place that are not only easy to understand, but if someone who does come in on them, they see that it's fair too. Because like in our situation, we move around lots, but you will have games where people come in and they might be a helmsman, so they need an opportunity to get cursed cannonballs, for instance. So
Get
that's
him
where.
off the helm.
What's that?
You get him off the helm. Use your words. You know, like.
But
at
that
some
doesn't
point we have to
always
put
work
other
because like
players.
I don't want to strike a nerve, but like Goo, you don't hop on the helm. Like you
I
say
hopped
you're
on the helm today.
but like in the past, like you're not a big helmsman.
Yeah,
You
I don't like helming 100%.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
that's
like
fine. So like
And then there's also players like Jarhead, or like he likes helming. He prefers it.
okay, so yeah, because I know people like that. I know people who like to be a helm. So how do you
Yes.
get to the point where they have an equal opportunity in a game where they might only play like once every 2 weeks to be able to get cursed cannonballs? Like that's what I'm trying to think is because like right now the way we have it, perfectly fine. We don't have to worry about it.
Yes.
But you also want to make it to the point where these rules are in place. If anyone wanted to play at any time, they have the same fair advantage, like a rule set that we could give. Okay, here's the spreadsheet, here's all the rules, all of the information's on that.
The easiest way that I can think of immediately for that instance is that you have to have a minimum of 1 or 2 cursed cannonballs in a barrel before you can start pocketing them on your own. Kind of like how you're thinking of implementing you have to get a TNT in your crow's nest before you can start acquiring points.
Yeah, something like that would work.
That's the only thing I can think of. But then that comes down to like adding like these niche rules that we're trying to get away from as well. But that would be the simplest way that I could think of in my head that would do it. Whether it's necessary or not.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll use the example we're doing with the helm. So that we're worried that if a spy is
stuck
on a
helming.
crew and they feel as though they're stuck helming, they have no opportunity to acquire cursed cannonballs because you have to leave the boat to get them. I would say if I was the spy in that case, I would encourage my crewmates to take over for me.
Yes.
But I think instead of making a rule and trying to have like I don't know
Forced by
another
being
what I
proactive and
have a rule. Instead of having a rule that forces people to behave a certain way, you design the game to encourage that behavior. So we need to come up with some kind of mechanic in the game that doesn't say, hey, everyone has to spend at least 15 minutes on the helm during the Spyrate Games. Instead, what you say is, if you fulfill the role of a helmsman, a cannoneer, a bilge, and a first mate, all in the Spyrate Games, then something happens. You get a free 2 points for your team, or you get your first death doesn't count. I'm just coming up with random stuff.
Yes.
We come up
I
with
see
some
what you're
kind of
saying.
mechanic to incentivize that behavior instead of forcing people to outright follow a rule. That way, instead of oh, there's so many rules, this game is complicated, there's so many different ways to earn points. I can earn points by flexing my ship roll abilities.
Yeah, my crewliness.
Yeah.
Just conceptually, that's how I would think
Yes.
about it. If there's something that we want to avoid, then we should encourage whatever the opposite of that is. And if we're avoiding getting stuck on the helm, then we should encourage rotating helmsmen. And I think maybe helm is the only one that's a problem.
It is, because, I mean, once you're on helm, you're kind of stuck there for a bit. And realistically, it should be, everyone on the ship in general should be, trying to free up people from roles, but it's just obviously a hard thing to stick to.
Yeah, you need your roles, and you kind of need to do certain things.
Some people are just better at helming, and some people are better at cannoning, and
Yeah, and that's okay. And you know what? I would say, like, take a page out of the old Goo. Just suck at helming for a bit. Just suck at it. People will get your ass off that helm real quick.
So how about this? How about a thought experiment? How about let's imagine right now that you're playing the Spyrate Games and you're a crew member and you're stuck on the helm and you're like, damn it, dude, I can't get these curse balls because I'm stuck on the helm. I can't land a jump. I can't land a deck shot because I'm always on the helm. So if I was in that situation as a crewmate, I would say, you guys, I can't be the helm the whole game because I need to be in the thick of it so that I can verify people's stories.
Yes.
If I'm on the helm the whole game and you say, oh, I caught this guy red-handed, I can't know if you're telling the truth or not because I've been stuck on the helm all game.
Yes. I think there's a certain level where it's like, I understand it's like you're trying to help create like a thing that helps players like play the game in a way that you kind of want them to. But at the end of the day, it's about ownership of that player. There's an onus on the player. And at the end of the day, people are going to play how they want to play, and it's sort of up to you to work around it. And I think within like what our crew is trying to do is like show them a way to play the game. Like I'm not, J-Man, yes, the other night he was awful on the helm. I don't want to. I don't want to point fingers.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. Yeah,
But
well, I
I've
had
seen
other
this
shit in my
man ha-
brain going on.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? It's like I've seen him helm. He's helmed quite a bit, and I'm 100% like I just avoid the helm at all costs. But I do try to helm sometimes. I'll hop on if I notice somebody's not there, and I'll be on it. And if you guys absolutely want me on there, I'll do it. It's not going to be very good, but there also comes the risk as me as a person who's helming. I might just send myself off the ship because I don't care.
And that's fine.
Right?
Like,
And that's okay. And
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that's like it's okay. It's like J-Man, even if he was not throwing or he was the spy and he decides to throw as the helmsman, that's gonna get him off the helm real quick. He really doesn't want to be on that helm. Or on the other side, it's like sometimes you're a spy and you're like, you know what? I want to build more of a ship roll because I want to start doing some more light shenanigans and I want to have more ship shenanigans. Whereas if you're a jumper, you're like, well, the way I see it, sometimes if you're designated as a jumper, how much ship activities can you really do? You're really now dwindling to 10-5-5s and stuff, and it depends on how you want to play your game. Then you gotta switch roles. So maybe one day you'll hear Goo be like, maybe I want to be on the helm, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, you want to be on the fucking helm? Why? Why do you want to be on the helm? There's levels to the game as we continue to evolve it.
I think starting from a base level where at the beginning of a game you got a 33 chance
Yes.
of choosing a spy. I think just inherently in this kind of deception game, I would hope that a player is incentivized to be a versatile player on the crew, because you know, if we said, hey, I'm the helmsman, Goo your cannons, Sam your flex, and we got I was gonna say Mini, but I don't know why I switched it up at the last second. If we got Snow on the bilge, then you know in your mind, okay, these are the 4 roles on a galleon. One of them is a spy. If we let that spy be that role the whole time, they're gonna not perform at that role. So if we want all the roles covered, we're gonna have to hold each other accountable. We're gonna have to check on each other. We're gonna have to swap
Yes.
out if things aren't working.
Yes, 100%. The game should evolve over time, and some people will jump more, some people will jump a little less, some people will do things. It's just gonna be the way that the game works. On a cursed cannonball situation, it's like it's weird because I think the cursed cannonballs in this mode are a little bit complex, but
And it
the
could
spy
be a
can find
balancing
them.
problem in just a simple sense of a curse ball is worth more to a spy than it is for a crew member.
Yeah,
If we're worried about the ratio, we could make it every curse ball in a spy's inventory is 3 points, and every curse ball in the players in a crew member's is 1 point, because there's 3 more players than there are spies.
Truly.
That's a potential balancing mechanic we could talk about. But in terms of behavior, I don't think it's that big of a deal. If I'm stuck on the helm, I hope that there's other things I could do thanks to being stuck on the helm than
Yes.
grabbing curse cannonballs. While my cannoneer and my flex are boarding the Skelly ship, I'm turning off lanterns, I'm drawing dicks on the map,
putting
because I'm the
fireworks
helmsman and
in,
it's expected of me to be on the boat. Maybe
dumping
I
the
don't know.
rowboat.
I'm just
Yeah.
coming up with.
In my experience, it typically just means that you're more sus with any ship stuff going on.
Ship activities, yes.
But I mean, there's probably balance in there somewhere, I guess.
I think
I
it's
mean, the joy of a spy is if the spy is the
It's not the
cannoneer,
helm.
then I tell you, I'm gonna draw a dick on the map and then immediately cannon myself off the boat, so that
100%.
when that dick is discovered,
Found?
I'd be like, yo, I've been off the boat a fat minute and we did a ship check just
Yeah.
before I left, so it couldn't have been me, you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Who's on the helm?
Who's
yeah.
on the helm? Who's Bilge? Who's Bilge? Bilge was down there, surely.
I find the helm's one of the like if you're personally I
If you're
think the
stuck there,
helm
if you're stuck there all game, it's tough.
yeah I think the
You really
helm
shouldn't
needs
be.
something to help it, because I think like we give so much attention to all the other roles that the helm gets neglected for spy opportunities.
So if you're a spy and you're stuck on the helm, what's something you could do as a spy on the helm that would get you points? The
But the thing-
helmsman job is what? Sails, wheel,
The big thing I could think
Harpoon.
of easily is crashing the ship. You get a point.
Yeah, You're just not doing. You're kind of sandbagging your job.
You
as
put a hole. You
helmsman.
put a hole in the bottom. You get a point. That's a spy objective.
You can also
okay,
like.
I'm not opposed to that as long as we can very clearly
it used to
define
be.
what exactly you get the point for.
What did you just say?
Make a hole.
Yeah.
Crash into a ship. Like make a hole with it. Or I don't know how you'd word it.
Oh yeah, just
Make a hole with a
Create a-
crash or whatever.
yeah. That's something.
If you
I
sandbar
crashed
on an island and it pops 3 holes, is that 3 points?
No, it's just times per like crashed, I guess.
Yeah, crash a ship
I-
or
If
whatever.
you, like if you're continually hitting the island, I think it's just like the one action of causing your ship to hit into something, and that's that. And you know, you get back out in open sea and you turn yourself back around, you hit it again. That's the second one.
Okay.
Like
If
we're
I turn the boat and leave it in a spin, and then I go elsewhere, and the boat nobody corrects that spin and it hits the island, how can I verify that I was the one that caused the?
Crash or the hole.
well, if you were, it's the same thing with like a bucket or something. You just have to go off the honor system on that point.
Well,
Right,
no,
that's
I'm not saying no, because me pressing the button, throwing the water onto the boat is what it is. If I turn the wheel and leave us in a spin, and all 4 of us jump into the water, and then the boat sails off and hits a rock, did
That
I
is
cause that, or did
serious
we hit a
neglect.
rock because everyone neglected the wheel?
I would
That
say
is
you
serious
caused it.
neglect on the crew,
And it's-
you caused that.
Yeah, because it's
As
the
a
same.
spy, I don't know if anyone's touched the wheel since I last touched the wheel.
Yes.
But you would be able to
Valid.
tell if you're spinning in a full left turn and you left the wheel that was your doing. And if you get
Sure. So if I go and I touch the wheel, and I just give us a slight right, and we bump up against a skelly ship or a rock or something, and then we consult the VOD later. You know, I'm like, okay, I caused that. I get the points. Then we consult the VOD later, and Hot Sauce runs up to the wheel, straightens it, adjusts the sails, then puts it back in that same turn. Did Hot Sauce cause that, or was it me?
So
I can't know because I can't confirm that I was the one
I
that
guess the
was the last to
usual
touch the wheel.
scenarios in my mind is, you know, a bad helming. So whether it be whoever's on helm is spy and they basically intentionally, oh, I can't see, oh no, there's a rock, or you know, using a harpoon to slam yourself into an island, something like that. I
What
don't know,
about a
I know there's
scenario where if
balance
the
in that.
boat sandbars, the spy gets a point, full stop?
Right.
So it makes
even
the
if there's
crew
no
on the
hole.
helm nervous.
Better crew?
Hey, I don't want to give the spy points, and it makes the spy on the helm go, oh, I could get some points right now.
Yes.
a sandbar, I think a
Or-
rock would be fair too. Like I don't think ramming should give spy points because that's a strategy. Like a
Okay,
ship ramming.
I'm okay with that.
But
I'm cool
like
with that.
a rock or any
A rock or
island,
an
if
island?
even if you're not sandbarring, like yeah,
Must it cause a hole?
I think the best way to
Yeah.
verify that you did enough damage, because I think like A, use resources, B, resources of supplies and resources of manpower, and that's essentially what I think, like from a spy perspective, is what you're trying to cause: damage to resources, damage to manpower. Creates
Agreed there. So it has
inefficiency
to cause
and
a hole.
makes sense for a spy on the
It's
ship.
also like a nice thing adding like that to just like throw some shade towards a helm who may not be the spy,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and then maybe
I mean,
they'll
that's what I'm
get
saying.
kicked
It'd be
off.
like, yo, what are you doing ramming this rock? Or you're just a bad helm? But if you ram
Yeah.
the rock and it's spy points, you'd be like, yo, seriously, you're causing us to lose points right now with your bad helming. Are you the spy? You scumbag?
Yes,
You
and
you goo
then-
baby?
And then if that happens too much, then maybe they get kicked off the helm, and now all of a sudden they're able to do the cursed cannonball things.
There
Yeah,
you
because
go.
like that
Okay, boys, we might have done it. I like where
Mhm.
I like where our heads at.
Yeah, because my biggest fear was like, okay, we have people that come to play for the first time because they catch us on YouTube, or hopefully, wouldn't that be the dream? Catch us on YouTube,
Go ahead.
then they join and they're like, oh, I'm a helmsman. I can't do anything as a spy. My experience
Right.
sucks. I never play again. And like, you don't want to be the person, because like you can word and see like, hey, look, I got to get off helm. But then people are going to be like, well, you're a good helmsman. Why do you want off? Are you the spy? No spy stuff's happened when you've been on helm. It's only been ship stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then you can kind of rule it out. Where this is like, oh, you've been ramming the island because you purposely are a bad helm. Or like, I don't know, just ways to get people off the helm.
Right.
That's the
Yeah,
key.
that-
Either
that's
way,
a-
whether
that's
it
a good
be
way to
because
get
spy
somebody
or
off.
bad helm, that person's getting off the helm.
I think
Um,
whether
Yeah,
you're the spy or you're a crewmate, if you explain to your crewmates, yo, I need to get off the helm because I can't take all of you at your word. I need to be in the thick of it, testing you and making sure that I can validate that these things have
You-
happened, these spy tasks have happened, and I can
yeah, you have
know
a right
your
to try to
general
find stuff.
locations.
You have a right
Um,
to try to find
it,
stuff.
it's in your
it
best
couldn't
interest
really be
as a
something
spy
that's-
and as a crew to cycle through different roles, especially
Yeah.
if you're stuck up on the helm.
100%.
But I really like the game design idea of making it sting, where if you hit a rock or an island and it causes a hole, at least one hole, that's a point for the spy. It doesn't matter who did it. Doesn't matter if you're on the boat or on the boat when it happened or not. If you bang an island, that's a point for the
It
spy.
hurts. Yeah, I think that one's
In the
been
same way that if you
overlooked.
sink, it's points for the spy.
Yes, I
Even
like
if your
that.
spy is off the boat, if you sink, that's points for the spy.
Yeah. So it's like it'd almost be like instead of maybe a point for the spy, it's like a minus to your crew score, like a minus
I
one.
would say -2 crew score over point for the spy, just because the spy didn't necessarily cause that himself. I guess.
The sink or the
Yes.
crash?
On the just
The crash.
general,
If you're crashing, it's like just in general, you crash, it's minus points, which would then maybe incentivize you to hop off as a helmsman, but also as a spy, you can just it's effectively points for you whether it's
Right.
you earning it or not. It's like you can
By doing it
purposely
affects crew
sandbar
score,
and
and
be
it's
like,
doing it
bam,
affects-
that's minus points to these guys anyways.
How many do we think? Just -1 point, or do we
I
want to
think
make it
Minus
sting?
one, it's
I think
more
one.
game-
I think one for now.
So how
One
do
for
we
now,
feel
let's try
about
it out.
game
how do we
casting
feel
would've been 3
about
points subtracted, I think, roughly.
how do we feel about this? And I'm all on board with this as long as we can very clearly define what it means to crash the boat.
To crash.
If the boat hits terrain and there is at least one hole,
Then
that
it's
is
point-
that
that's
is a
neg-
minus.
A
Yeah.
minus.
It could be 3 holes, it could be 1 hole, it could hit it really hard, it could barely hit it at all. If it causes a hole,
then
and
that's
it's terrain specifically, colliding with other boats doesn't
Yeah.
count.
and it could
getting-
also be one of those weird situations where you absolutely beach the hell out of yourselves, but you don't get a hole. So the game kind
Yeah.
of is lucky,
not points.
not points, or
And
not,
not a
not a
minus.
negative. So
Yep.
it's just like
And as I mentioned, it definitely, I think, should be you hit the island. All right, that's your 1 point. You'd have to then go back to open sea and hit another whatever for it to be a
How do we feel
secondary.
about this line right here?
this
I'm
line.
streaming,
Yeah.
by the way.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Ship
Ship
hits
hits terrain,
terrains,
causing
causing at
holes.
least 1 hole, -1 point.
We can maybe, yeah, it might even be. I wouldn't argue against 2 either. We'll see how much it occurs.
I think this game it occurred 3 times.
Whoops.
So
It
you know,
occurred.
it's not much. It's just something to encourage better helming,
Better
better
crewness,
crewmanship, I
crewiness.
guess.
People not being scared to take the
And,
wheel when you're
swap
heading
around
towards
on-
a rock and stuff.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
It's like I feel that is pretty lax. That's something that probably should have been incorporated, but like CDN wasn't a helmsman. He never touched the
No,
wheel.
he's a boarder. His wreck was usually on the helming job.
Yeah.
Big helmsman, they say.
Okay, one thing I was experimenting with, and I want to bring this up quick. What about burning fruit? It takes 15, like roughly 12 to 15 seconds to burn fruit. You could easily pull it off as if you're cooking meat. And like, I feel like no one goes and starts, like, because it's impossible to start a fire with a stove. But I think if you burn fruit, that should count. You're wasting a resource. It's kind of silly.
I mean, it did take a long time for me to. So when J-Man left the chicken on the stove, I kind of just let it sit for a very long time.
Yeah,
before
you
I
let it
finally turned
slide.
on it because, it takes time to cook.
Yeah.
With the fruit, you do hear it instantly
Whoa.
burning. Which means it could be caught very quickly. So I mean, it's a high risk.
But like,
Um,
does it sound different than meat when it first goes on?
yes, because it instantly makes a burning sound.
Well, what if you just burn food? Burn any kind of food.
You could chalk that up too as well to like that's like a byproduct spy points where you're just burning fruit and burning food because then burned food would not count towards your food total. But
Well,
it is like it would be like negligible. You'd have to burn so much fucking food to
If-
really make it.
if
stay.
burning food is negative points to the crew, no matter who did it, then I'm never putting anything on the stove.
Yes.
True.
But
Yeah, you're sitting
if
there with a
putting
spyglass watching
fruit
it the
on the
whole time.
stove is points
would
for the
be
spy, I
very
could still cook
specifically
all the
fruit.
fish and all the meat that I want
Yeah.
because that's what you should
You
do
should
in
never
CDNs
be
because it's
cooking
good to have
fruit.
cooked meat on your boat.
Yeah, I just
So that's
feel
possible.
like
Now, there's a stipulation, or not a stipulation. There's a clarification we should make where do you get points when you successfully put the fruit on the pan, or do you not get the points unless it's discovered burned?
I think as long as you put it on the pan, you should get points.
Okay. So it's one of those like the lanterns where you drop it on the thing and you run away, and then you wait for someone to discover it.
Yeah, they
Oh,
either
and,
just,
and if they don't and it happens to catch on fire, even better for you.
then you get the fire points and that, which the chances of that are really
Yeah.
slim. Because like the fire takes forever to start.
It takes forever, especially on fruit.
Well, if that counts for fire, then does it count if I stand at the front of the boat with my sword out and wait for lightning to hit me and set the boat on fire?
I would say no.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say no, but that's because like that's lightning striking you. That wouldn't be you actually causing a fire. Because we did have like cause fire on
I mean, it's an
ship,
action that I'm
including food.
taking that led to fire on the boat, same way as
Well,
same
does
thing as
lightning
putting
does lightning
burning
strike you
meat
with a
on the-
sword better?
yes.
Yeah.
If you're
that's
holding
one-
throwing
that's one
knives or a
that's the-
sword, it's way more likely you get struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Well, hell, I wouldn't be
That's like-
opposed to that. Like anything that kind of causes chaos to your crew. Like if you're standing in a storm and it's lightning and you're on the bow of the ship and it strikes and starts a fire, like maybe
I
you're
don't mind these things in the sense of like it's like you're thinking of new stuff for like here's fire points and here's that, but I find that there's potential as just like when I think about it as a spy, like I would utilize that to my advantage in a way that's not necessarily points, but now the crew has to deal with fire, which then frees me up to go and turn off some lights or
Well,
do something
it-
else.
If you get struck by lightning in the storm, it's gonna light your ship on fire, yes, but the rain will then immediately
Well,
put
then
it back out.
immediately, right?
And probably, if you get struck by lightning with the sword in your hand in the storm, you die,
Probably,
and you
Yeah,
get the
maybe.
white lantern color.
yes.
I don't know,
So
like
it's a little weird. But the distinction is, I interpreted as spy sets ship on fire to be very specifically throwing a fireball from your inventory onto your ship,
Right.
yeah.
and no other ancillary ways of causing fire counts.
So you used
That
to
was
be
my
able,
interpretation until this conversation.
we used to have in there with the stoves, but like no one did it because the stoves took too long.
It just takes too long. It's,
But, like, I
it's,
would-
so inefficient.
Yeah, but
And
I would like to
at that
throw some
point-
shade on people cooking just to like I don't know, the more you can get like the conversation going, I think is the best for everyone. So like if you're like, "Hey, what are you cooking? Why are you cooking that?" "Oh, you were
Yeah, that's
cooking
why I'm always
J-Man
thinking
was
of-
cooking meat, now there's a banana on it. It wasn't him."
I think
Okay.
that's fine with the fruit, but maybe to J-Man's point, I think like, yeah, maybe just in the sense that it seems so unlikely to happen anyways. Like the fire, it has to be the deliberate act of throwing the fire.
Yeah.
Um,
Just
and
don't
then
put the
if-
fire on there. We can just do the fruit.
Yeah, and again, if the fruit happens to catch on fire because nobody noticed it for the last 40 minutes, great. Now they have to deal with a fire. Like who cares?
Yeah.
But you don't get points for the fire. It's just something that has now created some pandemonium on your ship, and then they would be like, somebody left this fruit here. Either way, you found the evidence.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I think we leave
I
the
could
fire as
consider
just the
that
fire one.
as a discoverable action. Putting fruit on the stove.
Yeah, and cooking it. And you're ruining supplies. I'd be fine with that. It's just like an option. It's loud, like you hear it.
Yeah, it's
And there's
definitely
enough-
riskier than lanterns.
And there's enough, people cooking food that people are gonna come in and check that shit from time to time. So But
I
and then
didn't
there's enough
realize
people
minutes.
cooking food that like
Can you guys vote up the quest that's on the quest table right now?
you're not gonna not notice. Like you're not gonna be too deterred from hearing of cooking because people are cooking all the time anyways. Good way to put sus on J-Man, I'll tell you that.
All right. I do believe I'm gonna
Yeah,
head to bed.
I'm gonna hop out as well, boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna too, but
Which was good discussion.
Yeah,
Good
GGs.
ideas.
I'm gonna take this green ball and
good
go over to
games.
this island.
Would you like my controls?
I think definitely
Oh,
for
yes,
now the
please.
ship one's gonna be
Be
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Crashing the ship. We can discuss the
Yeah, I
fruit
like
later,
that.
but something that maybe we could throw in or some I don't know.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's
We're
nice to
testing
just
out.
have like that little bit of extra
So
shit.
instead of the I'm sorry. Instead of the spy trying to crash the ship, as a default by game design, it is the crew is preventing the ship from crashing.
Yes. Which is
which is a really good distinction.
yes, which is in kind and likeness to the fact that you don't want your ship to sink. Right? Like it is
Yeah.
the goal of the crew is as your crew is to be the best crew. And if you're crashing into shit all the time, are you really that good of a crew? You know what I mean?
I
Are you
like
really,
this.
Are
I
you
like
really
that,
crewing
yeah.
up? So there's a
I
punishment,
like this.
but it's not so excessive because you do crash quite a bit. So it's not like you're getting hit with like -3. It's just like a -1. It's shitty, and then it's a great excuse to get yourself off the helm.
Yep. And even if a crew member does it, the spy goes, yes.
Exactly.
3 point, and it
Free
makes them
fucking
look
point.
bad. Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
this-
Because now it's more like, why are you fucking crashing?
The spy might
what's the
even
big
want to
of it?
take the wheel and like take a little bit of a turn, get off right away.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. It's points by proxy. It's points by proxy.
yeah. I love
So-
these
and-
strats.
Like, again, it's just it's a good way. It's like it's the same. We could maybe like where it's times fouled, just slot out times fouled because right now it's disabled, or just add another line and then just put the -1 because it's almost like taking a death. You're like you don't want that to be happening. You should be a better crew than to hit these islands.
Oh damn, we turned way more than I thought we would.
All right, boys, I'm hopping out. I gotta fucking chill
Alright.
a bit. GG's.
GG's.
I'm available during the week, so let me know. You let me know.
Okay, bet.
I'll be two for the week. Weekend,
I'm usually available on Mondays and Fridays.
Okay, most
Cool,
afternoons. So
I can work on Monday or Friday. I'm like an evening guy, like around like 4-ish. 4 and after, I'm pretty much in the clear.
well, what is that tomorrow?
MST, yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
Are we saying we tried for tomorrow?
I'd be up for it tomorrow if people are.
I play.
Okay, I'd play.
There we go. Tomorrow it is.
I'd have to do the same
At a
time
minimum,
though.
the 4 of us can play. Yeah, same
Minimum.
time. It's fine.
Yeah, I
sometime
just
I'm good.
I can't switch it up too much because work. But
Yeah, I'll make it work.
Is that a
man.
cannon rowboat over there?
Run it,
Cool.
It is a cannon rowboat over there.
guys. All right, later, boys.
Perfect.
later.
See you tomorrow.
See you, man.
See you guys.
Thanks for playing.
Hell yeah.
All right, good discussion stream. This is how we do the games. Thanks for